Okay. All right. Then we are live. And the millisecond I press the button, Meatloaf says, I'm going to show up and cause problems. No, Meaty Boy, you can leave. You can go. Okay, so, I don't know if anyone's actually here yet, but for the sake of the VOD, hi, howdy farm hands. I'm back. I'm here. I'm on the Haycraft server. And I have been on the Haycraft server for a hot minute. You can see my inventory is just full of nonsense, just full of dumb shit. I've been trying to do some behind the scenes stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, no, I'll spend a couple hours on this, I'll sort things out, it'll be great. And then I ended up like spending almost my whole day on this. And I feel like I haven't actually gotten the advancement that I anticipated getting. So let me just walk you through what's happening right here. So I did a whole bunch of trading and whatnot in order to get this here pick back into working order, right? And in doing so, that required me to, like, you know, harvest a bunch of crops, talk to a bunch of villagers, do a whole lot of trading. And while I was there, I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll just swap this out. Maybe I'll make a few more beds for a few new villagers. Let me see, what can I trade? Who can I trade sugarcane to get a whole bunch of stuff? And then I was like, well, I need to get more lava buckets, so I might as well. I just kind of ADHD'd my way around the entire server, just all day. So let me tell you what I'm actively working on. I've got at least 2 double chests full of cobblestone, which is good. Not quite enough, but it's better than nothing. And what I'm working on right now is fixing up my village so that one of my villagers will become a librarian, so I can trade all the sugarcane for emeralds, so I can use those emeralds to make golden carrots that I can send off to Nebula in exchange for copious lava buckets. Because lava buckets is like where I am being bottlenecked right now. Hello, Tegan. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, 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 welcome. I hit the ground running. Don't mind me. I hit the ground running. We're going. We're just doing it. It's happening. Sono is still streaming on the server, I believe. I have no idea where the hell they got off to. I have fussed over my boys. Now it is time to fuss over my streamer. Oh no! Oh, the poor boys. How are the boys doing? Are the boys okay? Actually, you know what? Before I get too lost in the sauce, do I have an axe around? I think my axe... Yeah, no, my axes are over by the cube. And I have a single piece of cobblestone that I shall bring with me. Okay. Oh, hello.
Hi there, Boomer the Tuber. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Welcome in, Boomer. How are you doing today? Welcome, 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 welcome. I need to find a bed real quick. Oh, it's not a thunderstorm, so it's not allowing me to sleep. That sucks. All right, so I've run around. Don't mind that. I've run around and I've added some extra beds. I've got... Oh, there's a librarian. Oh, thank God. Hello. You do not accept sugarcane. You just take processed paper. Because God hates me. Just got home from doing outside stuff. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well, okay, then I guess we'll just make this into a bunch of paper. Oh, it is 1-to-1. So if I put 3 sugarcane down, I get 3 paper back. Okay, so it's not the end of the world. I'm still getting an equivalent. Where'd he go? Librarian? Librarian? The one librarian? There you are. There you are. Come here, you. Give me all of your emeralds. Thank you. Wait for him to charge up. Nico and Boke are fine, as far as I can tell. No mood changes or anything, but I picked up some pill pockets today to help with their meds on Monday. Good. Just this, I shouldn't need to tell you this due to who you are as a person, but make sure you complete all of the kitty meds. Book? Is that how it's pronounced? Book? You. Move. You don't have any golden carrots. I want some golden carrots. Okay, you know what? Let's sleep in a bed, and then we'll figure out... We'll figure out which one of you fuckers has golden carrots for me to buy. Come here. You do. And they're 1-to-1, no less. Well, I'll take that for now. Until we can get a librarian with better traits. It's Bach. Oh, I see. Like the chicken? Like the chicken. The sound a chicken makes. All right. Speaking of animals, I have some good news and some bad news. The bad news is, and it's actually secretly good news, the dog was already adopted. So I said that is the good news. The good news is that the dog was already adopted, not because we didn't want the dog, but because Puppy has a home. The bad news is we didn't get to adopt him because he was a senior dachshund, and his name was Beef. And Jessica messaged me going, please, please, please. And I said, yeah, no, if you want to bring home Beef, a dog named Beef. And so she called them up and they're like, I'm so sorry, but Beef has already found a home. Probably because his name was Beef. Beef, meatloaf, rutabaga, and brisket. You understand. You absolutely understand. What's really funny was that the original plan was to name all of our pets after pastries. So we had meringue and we had macaron. And then brisket came along and we're like, well, he's a cat. So it's a little different if we kind of fiddle with the naming convention a bit. That'll be fine. But now we have just a whole bunch of food-named babies, and I love them so much. All right. Do we have any laver? We have 2 buckets of laver. I'll take that. It would have been so good. It would have been so good. My friend has 2 cats named Milk Toast and Egg. That's fucking amazing. Okay, so dogs are pastries, cats are meals, and rabbits are veggies. I mean, I would argue that cats are meat products. We'll get ourselves a cat named Veal. Let's put you here, and you there. Okay, and then I need to grab some glass and seal this over. What I want to accomplish on the server today, very specific. See, when you say it that way, it's kind of creepy, lol. LMAO. LMAO, lol. What I want to do today is take stock of the resources we have, by which I mean not many, it's mostly just various kinds of dirt from the looks of it. I want to work on building up my villager houses to have more room for villagers. Yeah, Tegan, if you want the dirt, come and grab it whenever you're online. Like, just do it. I won't say no. I ain't using it anymore. I already used it to fill up the sides of the of the cubes container thing. We need to convert some of these houses into more substantial villager housing. So once again, today we are returning to our roots, and we are dismantling religion. We need all 3 of these gone. Allegro seems to have bookmarked the last one for something, but then they built their own tower elsewhere, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that they're not doing anything with this, so I'm just gonna steal it. We're gonna dismantle these, the cobble will go into the cube, and then we'll have to build new villager apartment complexes here for them to all live in, so we can fit as many villagers into the space as possible. How are we doing on this Saturday, by the by? I was so rude. I didn't even ask how you were all doing today. How are you, chat? Are you having a good day? Are you having a grand slam of a Saturday? I already told you what I did. I mostly just played Minecraft, which is not the most efficient use of my final Saturday of freedom before I get my new day job, but it certainly was a choice that I made. Mixed bag! Understandable. Understandable. Honestly, completely and totally understandable. I got to talk to some people about One Piece. That was fun. One Piece, fun piece. I got to have a nice bowl of soup. I had to chase Meatloaf around the house because I pulled out the loaf of bread to make myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and he grabbed the loaf of bread in his teeth and ran with it. So I had to chase him around the house for kitty crimes. Alex doesn't have COVID, so this is grand news. Congratulations. But he and the cats are still sick. So, you know, it could be worse. Good news, bad news. Bad news, my husband is sick. Good news, it's not the actual plague. You were glad. Oh, you got the fall target birds? Oh, I bet they're so cute. Are they new designs? I love the target birds so much. I've never invested in them, but every year I see them and I go, oh my god, look at them, they're so cute. So cute. So cute. I have prevented myself from going to Target at any point. Bad news though, Gata, he's still just my fiance. Honestly, same difference. Honestly, same difference. Listen, my experience is not the same as anyone else's. I must stress that I am not trying to claim that my experience is the norm, but my experience going from boyfriend to fiance to husband was like, the lines were very blurred very quickly, and the transition was basically non-existent. So, long-term fiance, that's basically a husband. That's basically a husband. You guys are long-term fiancés for logistic reasons, not because you're still testing the waters. Like you're a married couple. Live with that. Live with it. All right. All right. It's been 6 years you're basically married. Depending on the common law marriage laws in your state, you might actually legally be. I do know I have friends back in Maine who accidentally got common law married because they were kind of like on again, off again, but they had kids, so they lived together even when they were off again. It wasn't a bad situation, but they were just like, yeah, no, we don't think we're going to be long-term, but our kids are young, so we'll stick together until they're grown. But then, of course, because they're in proximity, they're like, you know what? No, maybe you are it for me. And then they actually ended up like realizing, oh, wait, we have lived together consistency for a decade. Therefore, according to the state of Maine, we're already hitched. There's no common law marriage in Ohio. Rip you. God damn. Come on, Ohio. Get with the program. Get with the program. Okay. There was no bedding in that one, but there is beds in this one. So whatever beds I remove. Hi. What are you doing? What do you have to say? I can get bows for you. Okay. Well, I don't really want to, so pardon me. Excuse me. Excuse me, pardon me. Dismantling religion, dismantling religion. The difference from the last time is we're actually going to finish the build, knock on wood. So let me give you a quick overview of where my village is at, right? So if we zoom out, so you see we have this large waterway that connects all of our bases. But this right here, where my village is a bit of a difficult to get through. You gotta go under some bridges. My plan is to turn this into a large bridge and turn this into a large bridge while I dismantle all of this and dig up the area so it becomes one continuous river that individuals can traverse. Right now, I don't know who did this. Someone just cut a straight line to allow them to get to this waterway because, like, going the other way wasn't worth it for them. I want to fix that. Common law in Texas is like 6 months, but there's no laws for roommates. And they were roommates. So I am starting my new position at my new day job shortly. And, Seth works in the same building, not the same company, It's weird, but he's in the same building, which means that he interacts with some of my coworkers. My direct supervisor above me will be, among other people, Ginger Vixen of chat fame. You all know Ginger. They're very nice. But Ginger and I used to be roommates once upon a time, years ago. So Seth has consistently joked, saying that he's going to inform our new coworkers that we were roommates in the and they were roommates vibe. I have very politely and repeatedly asked him to not do that, because the coworkers who are cool know that Ginger is polyamorous, and I do not want them to assume things about the new hire before I get a chance to make a name for myself. I'm like, Seth, please, no, Seth, no, please, don't invoke that. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. You're gonna make it weird. He's like, I'm gonna do it. It'll be hilarious. They'll be so confused. And I'm like, Seth, no, please. If I'm going to have a ruined, what's the word I'm looking for? If I'm going to have a ruined reputation, I'd much rather ruin it myself. You know? You know? Okay, I can't sleep just yet. But soon I'll be able to sleep. Let's collect all this. Collect all this. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. I did get all the doodads. All the doodads have been... Oh, nope. There's a doodad. I knew I missed one. Huzzah. But yes, so I plan to widen the river make it easier for people to, like, get across from place to place. And I also need to have better housing for my villagers along the sidelines. Alright, so let's collect all of this. Almost got it done. Fan-tiddly-tastic. Grab all of that. My beautiful wife brought home pizza the other day. She went out to Drag Queen Bingo, which is an event that is held at a location. Why not do one building at a time so you don't leave them homeless overnight? They'll be fine. They'll be fine. But also, I am just gonna move their beds elsewhere. Like, they're gonna... I'm not a complete monster. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. But yes, beautiful wife went to Drag Queen Bingo the other night, and they had Chicago-style pizza. So yes, the cheese was under the sauce. I know the meme. I understand the meme. Let's see. Yeah, we haven't put anything in here, so let's do all of these. Boop, boop, boop. And she comes home. It's late at night. She drove back herself, and she says, I brought home leftovers, and I want you to pack it for lunch tomorrow. Oh, have I been spawn face that whole time? Didn't realize that. Oh no, the children! Oh no, the children! Oh, now I kind of feel bad. Whoops. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. I promise. She says, yeah, no, I got this pizza. So please put it together for me for lunch tomorrow. I said, okay, cool. And I opened the top of the pizza box, and there's a whole ass cockroach just sat. His little buggy butt just sat on the pizza. And when I opened the box, it like lifts its head to look at me, and I go, nope. And I close the lid again, and I walk it outside. And beautiful wife was like, so I guess somebody got to my pizza first. And I said, yeah, it was a Steve. Well, we live in Florida, so when it rains, they go for high ground. So, like, the poor Steve was like in her car. And it was like, oh boy, free pizza. So today she came home with a bug bomb and she said, use it on my car. And I said, absolutely, honey. Right away, dear. Go for it. So I did. I took everything of value out of the car, made sure there was no foodstuffs or anything. And I turned on the bug bomb and I closed the door and said, well, we can't go anywhere for 4 hours. And I walk into the house and my beautiful wife looks at me with tears in her eyes and says, I want pizza. I said, okay, well, we physically cannot drive the car for like 4 or 5 hours now because at your command, I have activated the big one. So she says, I know, I don't want to go get pizza. I said, do you want to order pizza? And she says, that's the thing. That's so expensive. I just want to eat pizza. And I'm like, there. I am not better than a cockroach. It's true. It's true. It's true. I did not bring a shovel. But I do have some cobble and some sticks, so I can probably make a shovel fairly easily. There we go. All right. Listen, Roachy Boy knew what he wanted and he went for it. I cannot fault him for that. I can fault him for not being smart enough to escape before the humans saw him. So, rest in peace, little guy, I guess. Jessica is straight up afraid of Steves to the point where we're not allowed to speak of them by their actual name. We have to call them Steve, or she panics. So not great. Not great. I, on the other hand, have a very authoritarian relationship to the Steves. If I see a Steve and it does not escape fast enough, I'm sorry, but that's it. Like, your ass is grass and I'm gonna mow it. If a Steve manages to escape, I'm not gonna tear the house apart looking for it. I'm like, you get to live today. You get to live today. Same with the huntsman spiders. I'm like, if you can scramble fast enough, you get to keep your little buggy life. Otherwise. These guys are like, what happened to our house? House, sir? And I'm like, shh, trust the process. Trust the process. Oh, well, there goes that. That's fine, I got most of it down. But also, hi, Susie, welcome in. We are currently working on creating housing for our villagers. We have so many of them, and we're going to have more. I have been making lots of emeralds off of various trades, and I think increasing the amount of villagers I have to trade with is a smart idea for me as a person. Technically speaking, I should be focusing on trading with the other members of the server, but that's fine. That's fine. The villages are easier pickings. Okay, all right. So we have 48 oak slabs that I can put across here. Do. Specifically, I want to have librarian villagers who will buy paper or sugarcane from me. That is like the dream. That is the goal. Let's see. Let's plant some trees out back here. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. We'll let those grow while I sort other stuff out. We're gonna put you here and you here. Huzzah. We need to have a crafting table and a chest in the corner, because why not? And the composter should probably go here on the other side of the door. There we are. There we are. Okay. We don't have any other... We have this tree here that I could collect. Is Sono still... Alright, Sono's in the store. Hey, Sono, how's it going? Have you found anything of interest? We'll see how our fellow server mate is doing. They've been streaming for a while, and they headed south to fill in parts of the map. I haven't checked, like, the server map that we have to see the difference. Found some villages, but that's about it. Nothing big yet. Let me think. Watch out for... Watch out for Bova. Fall for it, 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 fall for it. Come on, Sono, don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging. Come on, Sono. No, I've been rumbled. If they haven't responded by now, they've caught on. They've picked up on what I'm putting down. Alas. Worth a shot. Oh, dearie, dearie me. I'm not as funny as I like to think I am. And everyone knows this. Alright. Let's chop all this down. Okay. And then we'll make a few more floor planks. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. Do you not see me actively working on it? Come on. Same. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. Pop it over here. Pop it over there. There we go. Alright. Oh, not quite enough for the whole floor. I decided to make a very big house very quickly. And I don't know if that was the most intelligent thing for me to do, but good lord, it sure was the decision I made, huh? I sure do have to live with the results of my actions. Oh, hello! Just popped up right behind me. Thank you, friend. Oh man, I just realized new social medias come with new opportunities for display names. It's true. It's honestly true. How are you, have you gotten into Blue Sky yet? Once you've set your account up, it should automatically, like, link you to me so I can follow you if I want. Because Blue Sky's like, I mean, if you gave them the code, you probably like them, maybe. So, don't worry about that. You're working on it right now. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Welcome to the club. But also, you're my first follow on Blue Sky. Yay! It's just me and you, farmer. Oh no, I don't know if I like the tone of that. The best thing about the first days of Blue Sky for me was being able to follow. I would follow someone that I knew from Twitter, right? And then I would open up their followed list and follow everyone on their followed list because it was all also people that I knew from Twitter. So, like, I just go through and be like, yep, follow you, follow you, follow you, follow you. Good shit. And then, and then the fools, despite having a free chance to be done with me forever, they all said, yeah, I'm gonna choose to follow this farmer guy again. I was like, yes, yes. Mwahahaha. Alright. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh! Boop! Perfect! And I'm just one slab over. Oh, hi! Can I help you? No? Okay. Okie doke. I guess that's help. Assistance was not on his docket. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do my standard like so. I'm going to do 2 here. I'm going to do move. I'm going to do 2 here. Can you guys not? Please? Can I ask you gentlemen to get out the way? For the love of God, get out the way. Thank you. Jesus Christ. And continue on like so. I'm gonna do the stairs in the back there. So let's do... yeah, one of these. And then we have this solid bit here. Okay. I immediately need more wood. Luckily for me, there are trees growing around me at all times. What I should probably do is just go into the wood and collect a whole bunch of trees. Just in one go. Just get as many logs as possible. I've never claimed to be a smart individual, you know me. When someone makes a tree farm, they can have my firstborn child. Like, straight up. If someone has a way to make a redstone tree farm that allows me to just have all the wood I need, like, that's it. It's over. It's done for. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I've been working on making a solid wooden wall around my property. So what I think I'm going to do is continue the process in a this-a-way direction and then chop down anything else in the way and just use all the saplings that I accrue to add to the wall. The point of the wall is to create a sharp distinction between the woods and my land, so we have less monsties popping out of the trees, because that is a significant problem that I am suffering from. But also requiring people to use my waterways to travel through this area. If people are unable to just walk onto my property, then I can control the direction from which they show up. Which means that I can strategically place things like storefronts and the like in their path to make it more likely that they give me money. You see, it's all about the capitalism. It's all about the capitalism. Once I have the cube done, we're going to have the faithful showing up from miles around, and I'd much rather shuffle them into the cube from a very specific direction, you see. Okay. Okay, alright, okay. Let's just keep going in a this-ish way direction. We'll avoid that. Oh, you got a trader there. Trader Joe, as it were. The one thing that I do not like about Blue Sky, seeing as that is the thing we're talking about, unlike Twitter, where when you reply to your own thread, it'll boost the thread up on people's dashboards. Like, if I were to do a long thread, then no matter how long it took me to reach the end, the final tweet in the thread would allow people to, like, see the whole thread, right? Blue Sky doesn't do that. In fact, they don't even have a threading function, really. You can't make multiple posts connected to each other one after another. So you're stuck with, like, quote tweeting yourself, as it were, and also trying not to be annoying about it. It's weird. It's really weird. What it will do is it'll show you people who you don't know who reply on tweets from people you do know, but only if those tweets I call them tweets, but you know what I mean. But only if those tweets have X amount of likes. So if your friend posts something and someone else posts something and enough people like that post, then the reply will be brought to the top of your feed even though you don't follow that person. It's an interesting feature. I don't know if I like it, but... All right. Let's chop down some more trees here. We're almost out of axe, which is fine. Okay. It's the oak wood that I want mostly. Pretty please. Okay. So that's taken care of. Here's one over here. Meatloaf, can you stop being cute atop my computer tower? Thank you. He says absolutely not. He says that can never happen, Father. I am simply too adorable for such things. And he's correct. He is. He is, and he knows it, and that's the problem. Alright, this axe is almost done for. At which point, I'll head back to the town to work a little more on that house of theirs. Whoops. Yep, there it goes. Let me just finish beating this particular tree into submission. There we go. Alright, grab all of this. Grab all of that. We have 20 saplings, which is good. We shall use it to add to the great tree wall. Pardon me. Yes, yes, very good. Very good. Delicious. Wonderful. Thriving. In my lane. Okay. That's everything for now. I can't sprint because I don't have any energy. Let me in. Let me in. This is not a dance. Dun dun ba da dun da da. Please come let me in. Move it. All right. Sleeping through the night. Sleeping through the night. Okay. And I'll eat some apples. This is how you know that I'm not doing role play, because I'm choosing to actively eat apples. The other day, I got it into my head that I wanted to try to make some kind of casserole, some kind of elbow macaroni casserole. And I'm like, what do I have that I can chunk into elbow macaroni to make it more palatable? And I had this can of cream of chicken soup, and I'm like, oh yeah, that'll be great. That'll be perfect. So I put a whole can of cream of chicken soup in there, and I eat it, and all of a sudden I feel very, very sleepy. And I'm like, but I didn't put any cheese in there. Why am I having a reaction? And then it occurred to me, Meatloaf, no, don't eat that. God damn it. No, I mean, yes, that does frequently occur to me. No, Meatloaf, don't eat that. But for the purpose of this story, it was, don't eat the cream of chicken soup. He has high hopes in the kitchen. Does not understand why he cannot have the chicken. He is a fucking gremlin. This is not news to anyone. But it is still true regardless. Okay. I am going to have a little extra window back here. Yes, like so. Okay. But no, so I got real sleepy. I was like, I don't understand why. And then it hit me like, oh, wait a minute. It's cream of chicken soup. It's still kind of dairy based. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And then I had a nice hour and a half nippy nap. while my body sorted that whole thing out. It was fun. It was great. Beautiful wife ended up not having any of it. It didn't come out very good. It was my first time making a casserole, and I'm like, she's a southern girl. If I don't make a casserole that's at least on par with her mama's, I should probably just fucking give up. There's no fucking reason at that point. Okay. So let's grab some stacks of cobblestone. We're gonna use the ladder here. We're gonna do boop, boop, boop. We're gonna do a ring of cobble. Then we're going to copy this design. And boop. And then we're going to drop down here, another ladder. And we're going to turn these into more slabs. And do another slab floor kind of deal. You stop that. You stop that. The thing about streaming the same game 3 days in a row is that I realize that as I have no day job to speak of, I run out of stories to tell very, very quickly. Does anybody who's still in chat have any favorites, any replays they'd want to hear, any encore stories? Because my energy is not with it tonight, apparently. Tell me the, good start. SpongeBob the moving to Florida story. Which one in particular? I can tell you about actually moving to Florida. So, beautiful wife and I had gone kind of back and forth on me moving to live with her ever since my house burned down. She wanted me to be here immediately because then she could be like, I would be present and she could be like, yes, I wish to care for this man. Can villagers go down ladders? I may need to make stairs, like proper stairs. Because I actually don't know if villagers are smart enough to consistently go down ladders. But I, however, like the millisecond she heard that my house had burned down, she was like making plans. She's like, okay, you're gonna move down, you're gonna be with me, it's gonna be great, you're gonna be safe. And I was like, we've only been dating for about 3 months at this point. I don't think that's healthy for our relationship. So I didn't move to Florida right away, even though she basically begged me to. Instead, I was homeless for a bit, and I couch surfed from friend's house to friend's house. And luckily, I had people in my life that were super, super kind and caring, and they're like, oh yes, absolutely, you can stay with us, Gata, don't even worry about it. Like, I was okay. All things considered, I was okay. However, before the fire, we had planned to meet each other IRL. So even though I didn't have a house, I was like, listen, I don't have a house, but now that I'm not paying a ridiculous amount of money in rent and power bills, which is last night's story, we can afford to, like, get a hotel and just kind of exist together. And so we did that. She came and she visited me, and when she left, we both kind of broke down. It was very hard, very rough. I remember having to leave her at the airport because I had to go to work, and I ended up dropping to my knees and
Ding
sobbing
dong.
ugly.
What's that at the door?
Is now the
It's
time?
capitalism.
Really?
Time to shill for my papa.
Okay.
Let's see here. What are we shilling today?
God damn it.
Did you
Howard.
know Farmer Gadda is a TTRPG designer? That's right. You can find the tabletop role-playing games Gadda has written over on his itch.io page. You could become a superhero in the Caltrop Core Hack Swing. Save a princess and collect the 7 magic somethings in What's So Cool About Bing Bing Wahoo. Or, you could get a free lasers and feelings hack based on Super Smash Bros. Or Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah?
The sky is, well, not the limit per se, but it's up there.
Thank you. Thank you, Henbert. Also gotta use the timer. I mean, I did. I very much did do that, yes. What was I saying? Oh, right. Beautiful wife. Beautiful wife. The second time that we visited, I went to visit her in Florida, and I had a great time, and I loved being with her, and Florida was warm, and Florida was nice, and she was there, and leaving was difficult, but I was like, we'll see each other again soon, and that was that. And I got back to Maine, and I got back to the couch that I was staying on, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't like my job. I hardly like my coworkers. I can't stand my biological family. Why did I come back to this hellhole again? Why didn't I just leave? I don't own many things after, the house fire. So then my beautiful wife was like, actually, hey, maybe I will move to be with you. So then the new goal was to get a place to stay in Florida, pack all my stuff up and go down there. I managed to pack up almost all of my belongings into a single large cardboard box. It cost me $800 to ship that cardboard box from Maine to Florida. But by Jove, I did it. I done did it. And I remember thinking oh, it'll be $200, $300. And the UPS guy was like, that'll be 850 USD. And I'm like, ooh, okay. Well, I mean, I have the money right now, but also, hot diggity dang. And then all of my shit showed up on my beautiful wife's mother's porch. And she was like, what is all this? What is this big box? What are you ordering? And it was my weird nerd shit and all of my clothes. Jessica was like, well, We ended up living with Kaiju, actually. Kaiju moved with us so that we could split the rent 3 ways, and that was pretty fun. Turns out, and I didn't know this for years later, but Kaiju actually hated me when I first showed up. For context, Kaiju and Jessica are identical twins. They've been together as each other's best confidant since they were born. And all of a sudden, this boy shows up and starts taking Jessica away from Kaiju. I, of course, had no idea about any of this. I had no idea that Kaiju wanted me to drop dead. Kaiju was polite. Kaiju was nice. And I guess I ended up winning them over. But for a time, apparently, they couldn't stand me. They were like, yeah, I hated that guy. And I was like, what do you hated me? What do you mean? And they're like, no, it's okay. You got better. And I'm like, I got better? What? We laugh about it now, but I was very hurt. I was very hurt in that original moment. Okay. So this looks okay. I think what I want to do is get some staircases and fence posts, and then have some pillars here, so to make this a little more 3-dimensional. So the windows are still on display, but not necessarily. So let me try something. I have fence posts. I have stairs. Cobblestone wall. So let's take the stairs and put a couple of them upside down like this. And then we'll put a single cobblestone here and here. We'll use the cobblestone wall to make this connecting pillar. Okay. And then, because I can't really reach, I'm going to go upstairs and drop down from there. Let's grab these fences. Yeah. And we'll do something like this. And then this will go up to the roof. Let's drop down and take a look-see. Yeah, that adds some nice dimension to it. Gives it a little bit of an overhang. I will want to make sure I light this area up well to prevent monsters from spawning down here, but I think that this is the direction I want to go with it. Let's do the front of the facade first, just so that... Whoops, that's incorrect. Okay, and then another cobblestone here. And then around the back. Okay. We don't have near enough cobblestone walls at the moment. I'll have to scrounge for those, but that's doable. You know? That's doable. Alright. Let's make, using some of these oak planks, a couple of pressure plates. So that as the villagers go in and out, the doors will close behind them. There we go. Fantastic. Let me see, what else? I think what I want to do now is separate this out into its own room. So let's make a room like so. And that's 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, so here. We'll make this room a square. So we'll have multiple individual bedrooms. Not for any particular reason, just for like the aesthetics of it, really. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 beds. 5, 6 can go into this room without it getting too crowded. I am absolutely sardining these individuals, and I will not be made to feel bad about it. Let's go and grab some of those beds, actually. We're going to end up having to delete this entire island. All of these houses are going to have to go when we widen the river. So let's just go ahead and start tearing these down. Excuse me, sir. Doodly-doo-doo-dee. Excuse me, everyone. So let's see, we have 3 beds here. Let's do the green bed, the yellow bed, the green bed. I also need to go and get glass from my storage. Grab these. Grab all of this shit. There we go. Okay, here, here, and here. Okay. And then this will also have to be its own area. There we go. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Do I seal this whole thing off? I'm not really going to use it for storage. Should probably seal the whole thing off. Or maybe I can do like a Harry Potter cupboard under the stairs kind of vibe. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do a cupboard under the stairs kind of vibe. And then this will be where the last room is. So let's break this open. And this one. Get some natural light shining in for these bad boys. And same with you. You'll have a little natural windy right here. There we are. Okay. So then, let's see. There's this hallway leads to here. Yeah, with 2 wide hallway. Do like this. And then doop. Yeah, that'll do. Now stop that. You stop that. You stop that. What do I want to do for lighting? Right now, I think the only real course of action I have is just regular old torches. I don't currently have the iron needed to make a whole bunch of lanterns. Wish I did. But, you know, if wishes were fishes. Hi, Neb! Welcome to the stream. Welcome. I am making housing for my villagers at the moment. How are you doing today? Let's do one of these, and that's the rest of my wood, unfortunately. Less than ideal, that. Less than ideal. You're Slempy? Oh, golly. Oh, golly gee. We can't possibly have that. So wake up. Up and at 'em, come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Alright. Maybe we'll have a little kitchen area here just to spruce it up a little bit. I hereby decree you can take a stack of iron blocks. Well, thank you! Thank you. We are, in fact, doing this almost exclusively to be able to send things to you, though. So it does feel a little off. No, let me lay in my pillow abyss on the floor. No abyss for you. Nuh-uh. No. You need to get up and get at him. Let's see here. Do I have... No, I forgot I have some ingots. What am I saying? What am I saying? What am I doing? I am a fool. Fool of a toque. Squeezes them tighter. Well, I'm not gonna drag you out of it. Like, you're free. Oh, don't worry about it. You enjoy your pillowy abyss. You enjoy your pillowy abyss. Have you seen my beautiful wife's new tattoo? She got a tattoo on Friday. And it's a quote from her favorite book series, Heaven's Official Blessing. Or Heaven Official's Blessing. So it says, body in abyss, heart in paradise, or something like that. Good for her and her men. Oh my gosh. The last book, she came to me beside herself. She finished the final chapter and she ran to me in tears because of how heartbreaking it was. And I was like, I can't say much, as I had a very emotional response to the idea of a Paper Mario game. So, like, but also it's like, oh my god. No, so like, it's not only a Chinese, it's not only a wuxia romance, right? So it's already dramatic as fuck. It's wuxia homosexual romance. It's wuxia boys love. So the yearning. Oh, the yearning and the slow burn. It's just so delectable. So after 6 entire novels, they finally kiss for real. After 6 novels, they kiss. And do you want to know why they kiss? Because in the next fucking scene, one of the characters is, air quotes, killed. There's like some mystic bullshit going on, but like the cliffhanger is that, and then one of the two dies. See you next book. And she was like, no! Oh, please, God, no, why? It's fucking wild. It's fucking wild. It's like a telenovela, right? Like, you cannot, under any circumstances, let things just exist. There has to be another plate spinning somewhere. It doesn't matter what closure one plot thread gets. It has to immediately be like, but also there's another plot thread that you have to keep watching to find out about. Ooh. Like one of those dealios. And I get it. You know? I do. But also, goddamn. I can't say anything. When they first were releasing the teasers for Digimon Adventure Try, one of the teasers very specifically ended with the sound clip of Hikari's whistle. I was devastated. My beautiful wife, I've told this story multiple times, but my beautiful wife came home to find me face down on the breakfast bar, my laptop in front of me, the video paused, sobbing like a baby. Sobbing like a baby. And she said, oh my God, what's wrong? What's happening? I just went, Digimon. And that was why she bought me like $200 worth of blind bag Digimon action figures that I still have to this day. She was like, do you want me to buy you some Digimon action figures that make you feel better? I went, yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Okay. Maybe this wasn't my brightest idea in the grand scheme of things. Do we not rest down there? Are they spawning in the next room over? No. Where? Do I have torches? Yeah, they're going to sleep. Yeah, I have some torches. Let's do this. Let's light this up a little bit. No, you may not rest down as monster by. Are they upstairs? No. Hold on. Oh, there's a spider on the other side of the wall? Hello? Speeder, speeder, speeder? I did put a whole bunch of trees back here. I don't... Oop, I hear it. Where is it? Is it in these trees? All right, I'm gonna sleep in a different bed. Move. There we go. All right, sleeping through the night, la 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 la. Okay. So, we have all this wood. Let's go ahead and turn some into slabs. So I can seal this off. Good, good. And then we go up this way. And then, what I think I want to do is make not a solid A-frame, but like a slanted roof with this being the center point. So let's grab my ladders, and we'll go up to the roof, and we'll plot that out. I have the oak planks. Okay, so ladder, boop, 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 up here. All right, so this is our center block. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, of course we do. Okay, so let's try doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 with an overhang. Okay. Oh, but I've miscounted. Ooh, so this is 5, 3, 3. That's not gonna do. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 overhang? I don't know how I feel about that. I think we'll just do this. Yeah, this is probably the best we're gonna get. That's alright. Alright, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, bop. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Alright. And then we'll just use whatever roofing material we use to go straight across. Okie doke. Let me think for a second. What do I want to use for the roof? I kind of don't want to use cobble, as that is a resource that I need for other projects. Do I do full logs? That would be a ridiculous thing for me to decide, to use full logs for this roof. But it's tempting. It's very, very tempting. Okay, so we're gonna have beds in here. We need to make some doors. We need to make some doors. So let's do 2 things of doors. 1, 2, make it 3. Why not? That would be a ridiculous thing for me to decide. Does it anyway? Yeah? What's your point? What is your gosh darn point? Okay, so let's boop boop. And then like so. And then let's... And then like so. Oh! That's where you were the whole time! I walked into this room, looked around and said, I don't see a spider, and left. And he was just in the corner. Hi, buddy. Can you not? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's good. Hello, Ryu Kenny. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, 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 welcome. We are currently fixing new lodging for our villagers. We have a number of villagers that are in houses that will need to be destroyed. We're gonna widen the river. How was the Forest del Taco? It was absolutely delicious. I did have some really weird dreams though. As tends to be the case. I am a basic bitch. So whenever I go to Taco Bell, I just get myself the 5-layer beefy bean burrito and a Pepsi. However, I am not a spring chicken. So that much processed, air quotes, beef in my system is never good. It's never a good thing. So I have funky dreams and I just have to live with it. But aside from that, it's delicious. Okay, and then I'll put this one here. There we are. I don't know what you said, but okay. Honestly fair. Honestly fair. Bop, bop, like so. So now when they come in and out, the doors close behind them, so we have fewer monsters trying to eat our villagers. That's good. And then upstairs. What I think I want to do is have this area cordoned, well, not this one here. The polycule bed situation is getting out of hand. I really am just packing them in like sardines. But it's fine, probably. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. And then we do like this. And then I don't have any stairs, but I will want to put some stairs for an arch here. Oh, thank you so much for the hydrate. Let me pop open my bottled water here. Delicious. Delicious, delicious, delicious. I at least give my henchmen individual quarters, though they need some improvement. It's fine! They love it! It's not a problem at all. Sip, sip, slurp, slurp. Yes. Yes, sip, sip. And slurp, slurp. Believe it or not. I think what I'm gonna do, actually, is one of these. Hallway this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then out here. And then here is where the door into this area will be.
Sip, sip, slurp, sip.
There you go. That was supposed to be TTS. Oh, I see. I see. I get you now. I get you. Hello? Good night. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we're going to have this hallway lead over here. We're going to have a big-ass room here. We're going to have the double doors be right here. And then we come out this way. And then we'll have like a sitting area, like a sunroom, living room kind of vibe. And then this will be even more bedrooms here. Let me go and grab... I do have some more oak planks, but probably... Do I have enough to finish this off? We'll see. Let's see. So I don't know why, but when I was younger, my grandparents' house was tall enough to be a 2-story building, but it was only 1 story because it had a high vaulted ceiling. I think it had something to do with like a style of architecture that made it easier to like keep heat in Maine during the winter. I never found out the exact reason why it was built that way, but I do remember my grandparents' living room having this huge high vaulted ceiling in what was essentially just a regular ass wooden house. We always had our holiday celebrations there. Sword training household. I don't know. I don't think so. No. I have a bunch of sheds lined up on a road, making it appear to be a tiny village. Well, I intend to make my place be like a tiny village, but this is like the main place where everyone lives, I guess. All right, let's put these doors in place. So we're gonna do bop bop, and then we have pressure plates. Huh? What? Is the server lagging? Sono, are you still on your grand adventure? Question mark. Uh-oh. I put down 2. Yes. That explains it. The universe is occasionally slightly lagging behind, and I couldn't tell if it was my ADHD gaslighting me into misremembering which blocks I placed. No. You're just loading new chunks. I was like, this is like the 3rd time that I placed a block down, and then the server says, no, you didn't. And I'm like, but I thought, only a feud. I died and was going back to where I was to get my stuff, lol. That's why it was so intermittent. Amazing. When Tiger and I thought we could go house hunting, lol, they were adamant about getting a house with the highest possible ceilings for sword practice. Yeah, you don't accidentally want to lose your grip on your blade and then it goes flying through the air and embeds itself in the ceiling. You gotta give it some space to do a little arc or whatever. All right. Sleep through the night. And then we shall run and grab some glass. We need glass for all of these windows. This is actually turning out to be a...
Woohoo! Minecraft!
Woohoo! Minecraft! Indeed. Indeed. Thank you. Thank you, Ryu Kenny. Let me zip back. So the plan, as I've explained it, right, is that this is Spawn Island from which everyone has branched out to make their bases. And this is the main waterway that leads up to Sono's base, to Sono's massive cherry forest biome here, right? However, because my village is in the way, we've had to raise all the bridges to let the boats get underneath, and it's just not a great thing. It's not a great path So I plan to demolish this, make this into a larger bridge, make a larger bridge here, and allow people to float through unencumbered, which means I have to move all of these buildings to the outskirts of the village. That's my big plan right now. Don't tell my landlord, but there definitely is a poke hole in the ceiling. Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me. Have no fear. Have no fear. All right. Oop, that was a lot more than I anticipated, but we have to live with the consequences. You don't have a landlord, lucky duck. Neither do I. Neither do I. I was incredibly lucky and managed to keep my job during the first days of the pandemic, which meant that the checks from the Biden administration was just money on top of things. Of course, then my beautiful wife became paralyzed from the waist down for a year or two. So, you know, we were able to get into a house before things went south, but still. All right, so then we'll seal this. Oh, let me in, seal that. I don't know what that emote is supposed to be. Woohoo! Yeah! Yay! No, we are very lucky. Our house is not the prettiest, but it is ours, and I love it. Now, if we could just do something about the fucking grass. Once my new job starts, I keep harping on it, but it's like the one thing that's happened to me lately. That was a long yeah. Yeah, it goes on for a minute, doesn't it? It goes on for a second. All right, let's break a window in here. We physically can't get a window in that other room. So let's do some natural light in this one. Oop, a spitter. A sputter. Hello. Doodle-doodle-doo-doodle-doodle-doodle-doo-doo-doo. All right. Close that. Open that back up. Let's head down and grab a few more beds. Hello, everyone. Pardon me. Lawn mowing stream 2.0. No. No. Sadly, no. What a time that was, huh? Let's grab this. Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. And then over here, there should be a few more beds. We'll grab these. This house will probably be fine where it is, but I will be breaking it down eventually anyway to rebuild to something a little more aesthetic. So, you know. And then we don't have any beds in here. And the nearest bed after that should be all the way over at the cube. So, let's go ahead and put this up in here. And we'll go from there. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doop. Okay. So we're going to do like this. Then we're going to do like so. Which means we have room for 2 more beds in here. Oh, no, don't do that. Sir, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So now we just got to get this wall taken care of, and then we need to start on the roof. And I have already made the questionable decision. There we go. To make the roof out of logs. Is it a good decision? No. Is it the one that I have made? Yes. So away we go. In the meantime, chat, y'all need to get me up and going. I have not been keeping my energy up tonight, unfortunately. Someone get me riled up about something. Make me do hot takes. I haven't done one in so long. It feels like ages, I say. Despite what we talked about on stream last night. Lol. LMAO even. We almost got a dog. I was telling chat earlier that we almost got a dog. There was an old dachshund, like a really old dachshund, named Beef up for adoption. But unfortunately, when Beautiful Wife went to try to see if she could bring him home, he had already been adopted, which is good news. We're a little sad that we couldn't be the ones to bring him home. But also, his name is Beef, so of course he was adopted immediately. Like, you kidding me? Anyone with sense would have had the exact same thought as we did. Yeah. It's sad because we didn't get him, but also like an old dachshund, an old weenie dog who needs medical help and love got a home, and that's always something to celebrate. We have a history, this is for Ryu Kenny's sake, as they are new to my channel. We adopt senior dachshunds and name them after foodstuffs. Specifically because my beautiful wife, she works in the animal medical field and has all sorts of discounts and stuff. So we can afford to adopt older dogs that need medical attention and get them all fixed up and give them happy lives for however long they have left. So we've had Macaroon, we've had Meringue. We once got a dachshund whose name was, they called him Red, but he responded to like the T sound because he was otherwise completely deaf. So we renamed him Rhett Mutler, like Rhett Butler from Gone with the Wind. We've had a number of very, very good dachshund dogs, very good dogs. For revving the motor, oh, did you name one Benny or Benedict? That's such a good idea! Oh my god, no! Like Eggs Benedict. That's amazing. I'm adding that down. Oh no, he has ads! Okay, hold on. We'll wait. We'll wait for the ads to be over so I can respond. Because that's a fucking genius idea. That's a galaxy brain concept. Exotic no. We're not naming a dog Exotic Butters. How do you even understand that? How is that even? No, Tegan. We're not doing that. Although I will say that when the Hamilton musical was big, my beautiful wife named all of our chickens off of the historical figures who existed in that play. So we had a James Madison, we had a Thomas Jefferson, we had all three Schuyler sisters. We had a chicken named after them. Thank you for signing in Eggs Benedict. Yes, absolutely. Eggs Benedict is a brilliant name, and I'm adding it to the list. Thank you so much. What's your Roomba's name, and has it been found? I remember that. I've forgotten what our Roomba's name is. I know where it is. It's not charged, and it's not doing anything. But I remember we have it, and it's just kind of vibing. I have to do some like serious maintenance work on it. I just haven't gotten around to it. I was unemployed for 3 months, and there's still things on my honey-do list that I just didn't get to for various reasons, which is wild to me. What are the comments on Benedict? Fucking inspired. Fucking brilliant. Oh, you're beautiful. Beautiful mind. I don't even have words to describe how fantastic that idea is. Thank you so much for sharing it with me. Holy shit. We have cats. We have Meatloaf. We have Brisket. And then she came with a name, but we have Priscilla. And also, as I was just telling everyone else, when the Hamilton musical was really big, all of our chickens were named after American historical figures who featured in the musical. So we had James Madison, we had Thomas Jefferson, we had all three of the Schuyler sisters. We never had an Alexander Hamilton. We never got to that point. Beautiful wife and I took turns naming the chickens that joined the flock. And she would name them after historical figures, and I would name them after memes. My favorite rooster. Oh, I miss this bird so much. He was a shithead, but I miss him so much. I named him Segata Sanshiro, after the mascot of the Sega Saturn from the 90s in Japan. We also had multiple roosters named Pepsi Man. Not because they were the same kind of bird, but because Pepsi Man 1 and 2 died very quickly. They both got eaten, and I didn't want the name to go to waste on a chicken we had for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So Pepsi Man 1, 2, and 3 were dubbed and sadly passed in very quick proximity. But eventually, the third and final Pepsi Man had a long life and died of not natural causes, unless you count raccoons to be natural. Incredible and sad, absolute tragedy. Crystal Pepsi Man and Blue Pepsi Man. It's just not the same. It's just not the same. But no, I raised Segi. We called him in the end. We called him Segi because my wife could not pronounce Segata Sanshiro. So Segi was my best boy. I loved him so much. He was a fucking idiot. He had a personal beef with the car. He firmly believed that our blue vehicle was going to kill him and everyone he loved. So in order to look cool to the hens, the chickens roosters will start fights to posture, to convince the hens that they are strong and powerful. And when you have more than one rooster in a flock, the roosters will fight with each other, and whoever has won the most recent fight will be the one that all the ladies follow. So Segi, when he was younger, would try to pick fights with our then head rooster, Thomas Jefferson, and he could not win. He knew he couldn't win. He knew in his little birdie brain that he was too small and not yet powerful enough to defeat Thomas Jefferson. However, he still wanted to convince the girls that he was worthy of following, so he would pick fights with other things, including various barn cats, who never let him win, and the car, who I don't think was capable of letting him win, but had it been capable, I don't think it would have let him win. The best part was that even when the car didn't fight back and Segi was like, I have won, I have bested the beast, the hens were like, that's a fucking car, you dumbass, and they still wouldn't follow him. Eventually, he got old enough to actually beat Thomas Jefferson in a fight, and then they traded control back and forth. That's how chickens work. They have weird, funny birdie politics. Did you know, and I've said this quote before, so I'm sure some of you will remember it. When a rooster is giving you lip, the best way to make them submit to you is to pick them up and carry them like a baby. Specifically, so that all the girl chickens see you doing it, so they can mock him. If the hens see you manhandling the rooster, it will embarrass the rooster and remind him that you are in charge, and the hens will be like, tee hee hee, this moron got picked up, got picked up by the farmer. Thank you, oh, you're too kind, thank you. It is very funny. Segi, of course, was not one to be chastised. He mostly just got angry at me for daring to pick him up. He says, I am strong, I am powerful. And we're like, okay, Segi. Okay, Segi. Sure, bud. Sure. Okay, so we're gonna do like this. And like this. Sadly, Segata Sanshiro fell in battle defending his flock from a varmint. He went to Chicken Valhalla, and I miss him dearly. I have one of his bones on the altar. Have I mentioned this? That we have an altar with all of the ashes of the dead pets, and we light a candle for them every witchy holiday. Yeah, we don't worship them or anything, but my beautiful wife, she practices her own flavor of paganism. So we keep candles lit up there during the major holidays as sort of a remembrance for them. All of our precious babies. Oh. Ah, yes, chicken cults. No, it's a cube cult. It's different. Cube cult, not chicken cult. We're not worshiping the chickens. It's fine. No, we have most of our chickens we returned to the earth because like we weren't really emotionally attached to them. But our the birds that we really did get connected to, the ones that we viewed more as pets, we'll have their ashes or their bones, and we'll include them in the altar as in memoriam. In memoriam. All of our dachshunds are up there, as well as various foster kittens we've had over the years who didn't quite make it. The problem with having close proximity to vet med is that you're made aware of how shit human beings can be, and also of how many free animals are just available. Like every year, cats spawn so many kittens, just so many of them, just everywhere. And if you can grab them fast enough, then they're yours. If you can grab them before they get too spicy, then they're yours. But they're still animals. So sometimes, despite our best attempts, I just realized, Gata, would you benefit from having scaffolding? The honest answer is no, because I would never use it properly. Like, not that scaffolding isn't great, but I personally am too much of a numpty to remember that I have it and also use it in a way that is efficient. I'll end up just reverting back to my nerd pulling ways. Valid. I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you think so. Oh, my beautiful wife. Hello, beautiful wife. Why is scaffolding so complicated? It really isn't. I'm just dumb, and I'm stuck in my ways. Everyone say hello to my beautiful wife.
Hello, everybody.
How are you feeling?
My back hurts and I want pizza.
I'm sorry, honey. You know, you can order a pizza. We have money. No, you have to order the pizza.
I don't wanna order the pizza.
Because I am playing Minecraft and entertaining a group of people at the moment. Nebula and Ryu Kenny say hello.
Hello, everybody. Thank you.
The tattoo is awesome. She is having a bad back day, so she is on the good medicine right now. So she sounds a little loopy, but she is mostly fine. Don't worry about it. Another Taco Bell run! No, we cannot go to Taco Bell. I am actively bug bombing the car, so we cannot go into the car for another 2 hours and a half. So it's going to be well past 8 p.m. when we are able to drive. Yes, so one of her jobs, because she has 2 of them, just got new chairs, and they're fucking horrid. Everyone has having back problems. And my beautiful wife, who already has back problems, is not having a fun time. Dang, yes, no. If we get pizza, it has to be ordered. Do you know if the bar down past Buddy Boys delivers to our place?
They do not.
They do not. We're out of range for them now. Darn it.
I know, they were really
They were really good, yeah. That's a damn shame. We don't have a new pizza delivery place. Did we try Marco's?
we liked it.
Did we like it? I remember nothing about it. But if you want, go order from Marco's. Pretty please. She's thinking about it. She's thinking about it real hard. Did you see any cute dogs today, beautiful?
Oh, alright, guys.
You want to tell them about Beef?
Yes.
Tell them
So
about Beefy Boy.
So I went to work today, and one of the things that I do at work is I check the Humane Society website to see the dogs.
Uh-huh.
I do this almost every day.
Now, curious, is this part of your job duties or just you wanting a dog?
Me wanting a dog.
Okay, so it's not part of like the vet's office where they're like, keep track of what animals are being adopted out in the area.
No.
It's you being like, show me the dog, give me the pupper.
Yes. So there was a weenie dog named Beefy Boy, and he was 10 years old, so he's right up my alley.
Ancient and decrepit.
And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go. I needed permission from Stinky Man first.
Right.
And I got permission from Stinky Man, and I went, and Beefy Boy had already been adopted. And there was another weenie dog there, but he had also been adopted. But there was this decrepit, furless... I don't know what kind of dog it was.
He looked vaguely schnauzery, but also, who could tell?
Emotional damage!
Emotional damage, indeed.
Named Mr. Cuddles. And I think he was deaf because I couldn't get
You'll
him to
never
wake
guess
up.
what I have here.
Hold on.
Is it fun? Yes.
It's time for
Is
a
it a
fun fact with Henbert.
You know it. Is it about chickens? Boy howdy, I'm on fire tonight.
Ooh.
It's a fun fact about chickens.
Fun fact
Everyone
about
get
chickens.
comfy and listen up. Did you know? Chickens are the descendants of the red jungle fowl.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
generally agreed upon that most chickens are descendants of the red jungle fowl, Gallus gallus, from Southeast Asia. Interestingly, chickens were originally kept for sports and were a common form of entertainment at the time. They were not used for food. Furthermore, a sister species, the green jungle fowl, still exists in the wild and was never domesticated. Imagine what a different world we'd have if, once upon a time, someone in Asia decided to bring home the other kind of bird.
Thank you, Henbert. It was about the red and green jungle fowl, about how chickens are domesticated from the red specifically. I actually really enjoy that fact. 10 for a dachshund is reasonably aged. They live longer since they're a small breed. What is the average age range for a dachshund,
About
darling?
15.
About 15
Our
years.
oldest dachshund lived to be 18.
He did. He lived to be 18. That dog lived for almost 2 decades.
I loved him.
He was a good boy.
I have a tattoo, a memorial tattoo of his palm.
He did not like me when I first showed up.
He didn't like
He
men.
didn't like anybody.
He liked me.
His name was Wrigley, after the field, not the gum. And he was a something. As time went on, he learned to like me more, but I've dog sat for a pair of 21 and 22 dachshunds. Oh my god. I can't even imagine. Did they have any senses left?
Did they have teeth?
Did they have any teeth?
That's usually the first thing to go on my dogs is their teeth.
Yeah, the teeth. And a 3-year-old Saint Bernard. Oh my god. I like the idea of Saint Bernards, but they're
I don't.
so big.
They're drooly.
They're very drooly, yes. Surprisingly, yeah, they had all their teeth. Absolutely amazing. Good for them. I'm so happy that they were able to keep all their teeth.
Okay, I'm gonna order pizza.
Okay, go order
Give me a
pizza.
kiss.
Mwah, darling, you're gonna see a delivery fee, and you're gonna be upset. You have my permission. I just got paid. So you have my permission to use my money on the delivery fee, okay? I love you.
I love you.
Everyone say goodbye to my beautiful wife.
You can have a slice.
Can you have a slice? Yeah, you can have a slice. But no one else. Got it? I'm putting my foot down. I can't keep giving you guys free pizza. I have a 1-year-old German Shepherd, and if he were to be staying on his 2 legs, he'd be 8 feet. Yeah! German Shepherds, I love German Shepherds so much. The problem with German Shepherds, and this is probably something you'll want to look out for in your dog, their hips are fragile. If a German Shepherd is not bred very specifically, I fell, then they will have hip problems, a significant hip problems later in life. Way too many German Shepherds come to my wife's clinic that are in like various stages of atrophy. Their hip bones just are not bred to last long term, and it's so sad because they're beautiful dogs, and it's never their fault. It's always an issue with overbreeding from humans not paying attention. Same with bulldogs, right? Like, I've met some very wonderful bulldogs, but as a whole, their breed is just fucked. Their breed is just fucked. Luckily, there's been a lot of movement in various communities to selectively breed out the bad health stuff, to allow the animals to have a better quality of life. But it's not everywhere. Pugs as well. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. The flatter the face, the worse the breeding. A lot of the breeding programs that are trying to like correct these negative influences very specifically breed out some of the traits that people want them for. Like the flat face is not healthy in any manner of speaking. I have a 6-year-old German Shepherd. Is that a 6 or an 8? I can't read. That pops her hips out of place when she plays. Oh no. Oh, that's so sad. That's gonna end up being a problem later on. Like, I'm glad that she is happy and she is still able to play, but as she reaches her upper years, that's gonna become a recurring issue. Poor baby. Poor baby. And it's never the dog's fault. It's never the pupper's fault. They just have to deal with it because of their genetics. So sad. But yeah. What matters is that the owners are willing to do what it takes to make sure their puppers have a good life, right? There are people who adopt dogs for various reasons and don't realize that the dog they had bred is going to have problems. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Give me just one moment and I'll take care of that. Delicious. Thank you so much. She had surgery recently. Vet stuff for dogs is not cheap. Vet stuff for dogs is not cheap. And it absolutely sucks. Like any medical stuff being expensive. Hello? Oh god, there was a creeper in there. You guys okay? Y'all good? That was terrifying. I should probably light up the outside as well, just to prevent things from spawning in and around. Okay. Yeah, no. Surgery for dogs can get fucking wild, can get absolutely ridiculous. But, like, what can you do, you know? The dog can't tell you what hurts or tell you how they want their quality of life to be. If I have a crick in my back, I can just say, I'll do things to try to make it feel better, and then go to the doctor. Dogs don't have that ability. They don't feel good, and they don't understand how to verbalize why or how to, like, rationalize it. And then it's on the humans to take them to someone who can help. Imagine having 8 dogs throughout your childhood and all of them having so many health problems. So many of them sadly pass in vet clinics. Saying goodbye is the hardest. Since we adopt senior dogs, and I'm sorry if this conversation has taken a very dark turn, a very sad turn all of a sudden, but the thing about us adopting senior weenies is we only have them for like maybe 5 years at most, because we get them when they're already advanced in age. Some of them we only had for a couple of months before they passed. No, it's not. I'm not saying it's your fault. No. I'm the one who's continuing the conversation. You're good. It's super sad. One of the hardest parts of being a responsible pet owner is being the one who has to decide when to let them go. Because they can't verbalize how they're feeling. They can't verbalize or make changes to better their lives. They're entirely dependent upon the owner. And when it's something that's not fixable or not feasible to fix, then you have to be the one to say goodbye and let them go. And that fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. But it's worth it. It's always worth it. I do not think I would ever choose a reality where I did not have all of my babies. Just because they're old doesn't mean they're undeserving of love, and though you weren't able to adopt them, I'm glad you were considering it. Yeah. When the next time a scrunkly old wiener dog shows up, beautiful wife will be like, in the car, speeding down the road, I'm coming, puppy. Just, Nothing's gonna stop her. Nothing's gonna stop her now. She's too powerful. I was gonna say something else about adopting dogs. Sometimes we don't even choose to adopt the dogs. For Meringue specifically, Ginger Vixen, who's a regular in the chat. Oh no! Oh no! Sono, speak to me! Speak to me! Ginger Vixen, who shows up in chat frequently, at one point just showed up at my wife's day job with this dachshund in their arms. And my wife was like, "Hi, Ginger. What's that?" And Ginger said, "This is your new dog." Sobs, I messed up. I'll say kind words at your funeral. I promise. Sad face. Ah, bless their heart. Bless their heart. And yeah, that's how we got Meringue. It's like, hey, I found this dachshund. Do you want? It's yours now if you want it. And my wife was like, well. And so she showed up. I have a 10-year-old cat. He loves to cuddle and play. What kind of cat? What kind of kitty boy? We don't generally go for specific breeds. Priscilla is a purebred Persian. And the only reason we have her was because she was abandoned by her owner at my wife's clinic because she has heart problems and digestive issues. So she's unable to stomach most generic forms of cat food. And the owners were like, we spent like $1,000 on this cat, getting her specially bred, but she's an inconvenience to us, so we don't want her anymore. And my wife was like, well, I guess it's my cat now. So we have her. My other two boys, both Brisky and Meatloaf, they're just tabbies. They're just whatever. They were barn kittens. Mine's 12, and he likes to pretend he doesn't like to cuddle. Aw, but you know better, don't you? You know better. He'll get fussy if you don't cuddle him. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I am blessed that both Brisket and Meatloaf love cuddling me. Jessica is jealous because Dad is the favorite. Dad is absolutely 100% the favorite. Like, they'll cuddle Mom when Dad's not around. But if Dad's here, no, it's time to cuddle Father. And every single night, I have to lay a very certain way, right? Oh, he's an orange striped Tom. Oh, so he's an orange kitty, so he has no brain cells. Got it. Got it. Absolutely love it. Orange cats with no thoughts behind their eyes are the best. They're so good. They're so dumb. They're so stupid, and I love them so much. I was saying, oh yeah. So I have to lay a very specific way every single night, right? I have to lay on my back. You know the part of the song, I'm a Little Teapot, where it says, here is my handle? I have to do that, but on both sides of my body. I have to make a little circle with my arms on both sides of my body. Because that's where the boys sleep. One on each side. They have to curl up and get comfy in my arms. Then they have to lay their little kitty head on my chest. And they have to get comfy, and then, only then, are we all allowed to sleep. What's funny is that they both favor my right side. They want to lay on my right side, okay? And dependent on who reaches my right side first, determines whether or not, whether who sleeps where. So for example, if Brisket gets to bed first, he will lay down on my right side, and Meatloaf will come up and be like, hey, I want to sleep there. And so they'll wrestle on top of me. And whoever wins the wrestle gets to sleep on my right side. Now, if Meatloaf gets to my right side first, Brisket will protest not having the right side by sleeping at my feet until I fall asleep, and then he'll come join the left side. It's a whole dynamic they have to go through every single night before I go to sleep. And 9 times out of 10, they're doing it while I'm still trying to, like, read fan fiction before bed. So I'm like, boys, please, you can see I have my cell phone out. I'm not in the mood for this. And they're like, we don't care. It is slumber time, Father. I love them so much. He is very smart, actually. My dogs love to chase the cats, and he has a food-signed contract that means if he finds a mouse, he offers it to them for free roaming for about half the day. That's a little gross considering it's a dead mouse, but also that's really cute. That's really cute. I love when pets of different breeds like work together. It's so good. Meatloaf is currently sleeping on top of my very warm computer tower right now, right next to me. So he occasionally will open his eyes to look at me and give me a slow blink. He's a very good boy. What a good cat.
Meow.
Thank you, Henbird. Thank you, Ryukeni. You want to be one of the cats too, Henbird? Is that what we're going with? Going with this? You don't have to be a cat, Henbird. We love you just the way you are. All right, so that's breaking up. Where's the other log? Having brought up fan fiction and like manga and stuff that I read before bed, normally this is the point where I tell you that I read a good manga series recently. Except that would be a lie because I haven't. Oh, I've read a lot of manga, but it has all been exclusively trash. It has been, well, there's one manga that's pretty good. It's called something like The Wrong Way to Be a Healer. It's an isekai where some high schoolers get isekai to a fantasy world because they're the heroes who are going to be the demon lord. Except the two popular kids from school are the heroes. And the extra guy who got sucked into it with them is not a hero at all. And it's not one of those series where it's like, you're not the hero, get out of here. We're gonna make you live as a beggar because we made a mistake. No. The kingdom's like, oh no, we didn't mean to bring an extra person, we're so sorry. And then it's discovered that he has healing magic. And they're like, that's actually really good. We need healers for the war effort. So they train him to be a healer. And it's about him learning how to use healing magic incorrectly to like do damage and also like buff his own body. It's a good series because all the characters are like nice to each other and all of the earthlings are friends. And also the main character tames a baby bear that becomes his best friend and like mount. And if anyone in chat knows me, when did you start streaming? Your streams are so underestimated. Well, see, I know that that's a compliment, and you know that that's a complimented. But in the wrong context, it very much sounds like you just said, wow, how come I never saw you before? Your streams are great and nobody knows about you. Thanks. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. No, I know that's what you're going for. I've been streaming for 5 years. I've been a VTuber for 3.5. No, don't worry about it. It's funny. Don't worry about it. Like I said, I know it's a compliment. You know it's a compliment. But out of context, whoo boy. But now, I've been streaming for about 5 years. I'm not very good at the social media engagement thing. I don't make the TikToks. I don't make the clips. I don't do some tough love there. Yeah. Well, I mean, have you seen the rest of my chat? Have you seen the rest of my chat? I deserve all the bullying I get, but goddamn, they're vicious. I was originally a baking stream. So my day job before I moved to Florida 8 years ago was I was a trained cake decorator. That's what I did when I was up in Maine. I was a cake decorator. Hearts from Nebula. So when I started streaming, it was live action baking streams where I would try out recipes because I knew how to decorate cakes, but I didn't know how to bake them. So, hey, Salmonite! Welcome in! Welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing tonight, my friend? You get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell.
Momo.
Cheap Mau Mau. Thank you! Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you so much. How are you doing? I was actually just talking about cupcakes, which is like the one thing Sam Knight comes to this channel for, and I haven't done in like 2 years now. But no, I was talking about how I started out as a live action baking streamer, and I crawled my way up to the Twitch affiliate from that alone. Difficult world, baking streams. It's not the easiest to get a good following in unless you already have an established audience. But I enjoyed it. We made cupcakes at least once every week, and I got some pretty good stuff out there. But then someone joked during the big VTuber boom of early 2020 that I should be a VTuber. So as a joke, I took some fan art of my character design, and I put it in via DoTube, and that was kind of it. From that point on, I did VTubing. I've had more interactive streams in the past. Oh, hello? Hey, Sono! Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh my gosh, so many raids tonight. Hello, everybody. Look at all the veg. Oh, I can feed the chickens for weeks with this. You all get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you guys so much. You are finally done dying in the wilderness. No, you're not. It will happen again. It will happen again. But yes, no. I keep trying to tell this story and then things keep happening. Oh my god. I know that you guys were just on Haycraft. You guys were watching Sono stream on the server that I am playing on right now. What did you guys find? Did you find anything fun? You're done for tonight, lol. No, that's fair. That's fair. You deserve some rest. Get some rest. Get some snooze. Get some snacks. You deserve it. You found 3 treasure maps, so you have plenty to do next time. That sounds amazing. You know what we should do is build a museum for all the goodies you find on your journeys. We should put some sort of display case up for you to show off the cool stuff you find. Yeah? We should build it somewhere near spawn so we can be like, look at all the cool stuff. And then we can put things like the first elytra fed on the server, the first dragon egg spawned on the server, stuff like that. Okay. And then pop one here. That is a fun project for you to do at spawn. I believe in you. All right, let's look at the map real quick. So I've cleared out this area and I've made the tree wall go over here. I need the tree wall to go all the way. I should probably make it go diagonal up to here, because I don't know if people are going to want to build in this area, but I haven't personally claimed it due to its relative connection to Allegro and Raglan stuff. Oh no, the shoutout is broken? Isn't it / shoutout? Yeah, it's shoutout Karate Bug Mom. You're using the wrong command. There you go. There you go. Yes, please go follow Sono. Sono is great. I love Sono very much. Very, 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 very much. Hey, Sono! Sono, are you leaving immediately, or can I say something to rile you up for the sake of conversation? Because I want to know your opinion on something. I want to know your opinion on something, Sono. Sono, you want to give me your opinions? You got a few minutes? How do you feel about the producer of Power Rangers saying that what Power Rangers needs is less tokusatsu? How do you feel about that, Sono? As someone who is aware of what Power Rangers is and does, and what its purpose is for. How do you feel about that, Sono? I'm doing chin hands over here in case you can't tell from the tone of my voice. Because I know I have an opinion. I want to know your opinion. For those who don't know, Sono runs a podcast where they review the most recent Super Sentai and Kamen Rider episodes. So, like, knowing a lot about the production of tokusatsu in Japan is kind of Sono's entire jam. I think Sono, you've mentioned before that you're not a big Power Rangers buff, but like in your line of work, you have to be somewhat aware of it at least. I think that this guy is a moron, and also everything that's wrong with modern children's television. I have very little feelings about PR at this point, but yeah. Yeah. Just the cow staring out into the ocean, but it's like the Wild Force Megazord. Man. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. I was all excited when they announced they were going to be using... That's maybe the dumbest shit I've ever heard anyone say out loud. LMAO, true! Fucking true! I was all excited when they announced they were going to be using more unique footage and relying less on the Sentai, because I was like, you know what? Yeah, I think Power Rangers does need its own identity, aside from whatever Super Sentai does that year for the suits. Like, I think that this could be a good thing. And they immediately follow it up, before the show is even out, to verify if it was a good move on their part, that, you know what we need? Less of the thing that makes our show interesting to watch. Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure, pal. Okay. I also think PR needs their own identity, but less tokusatsu is maybe the dumbest way to view that. It absolutely is. The way the guy talked about it, it sounded like he wanted it to be more of a space opera, which is great because Power Rangers has more or less been a space opera in its best series, right? Like, the best original stuff Power Rangers has ever done has been where they leaned into the intergalactic politics of the world they've created. Like, that's fascinating. But just because you want to make it more like what you remember Star Trek being when you were a kid, doesn't mean that taking out all those goofy Japanese influences is the way to go about it. Like, what? What am I doing on Minecraft? Well, let me show you real quick. So this is the village that I have set down in. We have our giant 64 by 64 cube, which we are going to form a cult around and worship once it's filled all the way up. And then we have all my farmland. I'm going to convert all of this into farmland. I'm going to have all the crops on it, which means that I need to convert all of this into the village. Now, this is where the spawn island is. This is where everyone starts out at, and all of our bases have branched out from this point. So we have Raglan, Aya, Nebula, we have me. Impossible Coin is all the way off over here, but they're in a this-away direction. We have Maru here, we have Sono here, the whole gang is fucking here, right? And this is the major riverway that connects the northern bases to the southern bases. However, as you can see, my village generated smack dab in the middle of the river. So my goal is to delete these buildings, make the river wider, and make it so that it's a natural path for us to travel through. If you look on the map over here, in order to reach this water source, instead of trying to go through my village and go around, they said, fuck that, and dug like a 1 block wide canal just to get here. And like, buddy, no. So I want to make my village easier to traverse, which means I have to move everyone into a different building to hang about. Like, yeah, maybe your own suits. Build the entire production from the ground up. Divorce itself fully from Sentai to be its own thing. But, quote, less Toku is not really like, honey, the thing is Toku the whole way down. All the best parts of Power Rangers are the fact that it is a schlocky superhero show in which things that normally you couldn't do in schlocky superhero shows happen. And not understanding that is like the biggest sign that they don't know what's going on. They don't know what's happening. Ryu Kenny says, I haven't watched Power Rangers since I was 9. I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers when I was a kid. So I grew up, and this may sound a little dark, but I grew up in a Christian cult. I'm fine now, don't worry. Well, physically. My therapist would say things to say otherwise about some parts of my psyche, but part of the cult was controlling the media that I did or did not consume. And because the cult was mostly about control as opposed to actually having specific ideologies, what I was and was not allowed to consume never had any rhyme or reason to it. Power Rangers was just out for some reason. I don't even know why. Pokemon was out, so I wasn't able to engage with Pokemon when I was a kid. Pretty much anything that wasn't from Mickey Mouse, like Disney-based, was out entirely. I wasn't allowed to watch the Rugrats, not because there was anything inherently wrong with the ideologies of Rugrats, but because my mother thought the Klasky Shupo style of animation was of the devil. She just didn't like it, and she rationalized not liking it by projecting some sort of religious narrative on top of it. So I was not able to enjoy Power Rangers until I want to say the Wild Force era. I wasn't allowed to watch any Power Rangers until Disney had the rights. So my experience with Power Rangers and Tokusatsu has been very retroactive. I'm Christian, and that's just messed up. My opinions of religion are very heavily biased as a result of my upbringing. So, like, you're good. Don't worry about it. But the cult that I grew up in was very much, it wasn't even like the worst cult, which is the problem. Like, as far as Christian bait cult societies go, there are worse ones. There were worse ones in my own hometown. The cult that I grew up in was considered lax by the other cult standards. What a fucking time to be alive. Right? I swear I told this story just 2 streams ago, but Ryu Kenny, you're new. So, the local cult, not the one I grew up in, but a different one, had a massive conspiracy to take control of the local Sam's Club that I worked at. How it happened was that one member of the cult got a job as a manager of a single department at Sam's Club. And it was just their job, right? Nothing weird about that. You know, even people who are religious gotta engage in capitalism, okay? But the problem was they were in a position of power. And when you're in a position of power and you have other people that are like part of your religious movement and they ask you for a job, you can't just not give them the job, right? Like, that completely fucks up your entire, like, social thing you got going on there. The cult, the religion, is a large part of your identity, which means that even if professionally it's a little iffy to just hire people because they worship at the same place you do, they couldn't really say no. Well, the church leaders, I guess, realized, oh, hey, this is an in. We have someone in power who can help us financially benefit from this. Now, mind you, this is like a minimum wage job at a Sam's Club. This isn't like access to the fucking Pentagon, but it may as well have been. Because for them, this was a way they could gain power. So this person was then required to hire multiple individuals in their department. Well, as a result of an entire department, it was the cafe. The cafe where they sell the cheapo hot dogs and pizza slices. Because they had control over this one department, the other department started to lose people. The vibe was not good. People were like, we don't like that all of our coworkers are constantly trying to convert us. So people were leaving, which meant there were more openings. The manager then had to fill in as the manager for another department. And once they had that power, what did they do? They hired more people from their church. By the time I left that Sam's Club, by the time I went to Florida, a member from their church filled almost every single role of that business. And like, congratulations, guys, you did it. You have successfully gained control of, and I cannot stress this enough, the local Sam's Club. Good for you, I guess. I don't know if any of those people still work there, or if at some point they realized, hey, maybe this isn't helping us as much as we thought we did. We're not getting any converts. The money isn't actually that great. I don't know if they end up giving up on it, or if now it is just like a front for the church. But what a time to be alive, guys. What a time to fucking be alive. All right, I'm going to wait until I get a shovel to handle that. What else do I need? I think that's pretty much it. I gotta get rid of these buildings here. So I have axe, I have pick. So let's get to work on that. Let's break this. Would you like to donate to the anti-demon Christian cult? Well, what's really funny is that there actually is, or was, I don't know if it still operates out of that town anymore, but there actually was a satanic religious group, a satanic church that operated out of the exact same town. And the thing about Satanism, they don't actually worship Satan. Like, that's propaganda. They're not actual demon worshippers. At most, they view Satan as a symbol of rejection of Christian ideology. Like, if they were actually doing, like, blood sacrifices and stuff, that'd be one thing. But these are just people that are like, yeah, no, we don't like these Christian churches. All right, bye. Bye, Ryukeni. So what's funny is that, like, there was actually a satanic church, and if the cult had been like, we are collecting funds to fight back against the evils of this town, I don't think they even knew each other existed. Like, I straight up don't think they knew the other existed. It wasn't even a cats versus dogs things. They just both chilled in the same town. Oh, not me, lol. Oh, I thought you were leaving. I thought you were leaving because I crossed a line or something. But no, it wasn't even like they weren't even like trying to wage a holy war. They were just like, yeah, we'll take control of the Sam's Club and benefit from it in some questionable way, I guess. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, let me double check. Okay, so the river goes here. I think what I have to do, no, this is really interesting. Okay, as long as it's interesting. I think what I have to do is actually just get rid of this building entirely and carve the river. Yeah, see, because the river goes this way, and then we get rid of this island, and then this corner here needs to be shaved off so that the rest of it matches up. Oh, ads. Fucking ads. Fucking ads. Okay, everyone, we're not allowed to say anything interesting until Ryukeni is back. You understand? No saying anything interesting. We have to be boring as piss until Ryukeni comes back, or they'll feel like they missed something. Do you understand me? Ryukeni, your team's hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate, Ryukeni. Ahem. Delicious. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Absolutely delicious. Oh, hello?
Oh, hello. Rapture Jesus. Make sure you behave or I'll reveal your IP address to the world.
What?
That's right. I know your exact location at this very moment.
Uh-oh.
Don't bother trying to run. I will still find you.
Oh, no! What have you done to earn Henbert's ire, RJ? What could you possibly have done to deserve this? Ayo, what? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry it came to this. No, I need to remove that. It's supposed to be completely random which greeting message he uses, but for whatever reason, the bot heavily favors the one where he threatens your life. So I need to remove that from the bot so people
Don't
stop.
test me greater than.
Don't test me. Henbert has a gun and he's coming for you. Oh my god. Yeah, hold on a moment. Stretch. I always say thank you to GPT. Please no. Henbert is not AI. I am very staunchly.
You eat my brethren.
You eat my. Well, no, you're a stuffed chicken, Henbert. We've been over this. You're not actually. Henbert. We've talked about this. All right, let's put this bell. Over.
W what?
What? Okay, so now everyone has responded to the bell, and they've run away. I may want to get a second bell for the other side of the river, just so that it properly registers as them being inside a village, so more iron golems spawn. And then we're going to be deleting all of this. Let me take a look-see at that again. Yeah, so cut that. I might even consider filling in this. Or should I shave this off as well? Decisions. I will worry about that later. You know what I think I might do? 'Cause I'm going to be deleting this. I might take this natural and bring it up to here. This natural curve, so it feels like the river naturally generated that way. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Okay. In the meantime, this house also has to go. We have one bed in here, so let's grab this and move it over here. We'll have to get them a brand new fountain. We'll have to get them a new, yeah, we have a space right here for that. There we are, everyone. There we are. All right. But yes, today we are focusing on remodeling the village, which might seem a little boring, but we've been keeping ourselves entertained so far. How have you been, RJ? How has your Saturday been? What have you done today? Tell me the haps. Tell me everything. Tell me the tea. Tell me the tea. My roommate, Seth, who I will soon be a pseudo co-worker with, normally tells me all of the workplace tea, but just yesterday, it struck him for the first time that the people who he's telling me all of these dirty secrets about will soon be my direct co-workers. So he's like, I don't know what I can actually tell you anymore, and I'm so sad about it. I'm like, me too, I loved hearing about your tea. All right, bye, Sam Knight. Thanks for popping in. Have a good night. Sleep well. Sweet
Can you
dreams.
make a statue of me in the middle of the village? I want to be an icon.
Sure, I can do that. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. We'll have a nice big yellow statue of Henbert in the center of town. Oh, you hit your fiance from the hospital. How is your fiance doing? Obviously, if they're picked up, they're doing better. I forget what exactly their symptoms were. You mentioned. But my brain is like a sieve. Nothing stays in this for very long.
Yippee, yellow statue of me.
Hooray! Yippee! Very different tones over here. I am sorry for the medical state of your loved ones. And then, yippee! Yellow chicken statue! Woohoo! Minecraft! Very different vibes going on here tonight. Oh, God. We were terribly afraid for a day there that my beautiful wife had slipped another disc. We didn't say anything because we were holding our breath. No, she's fine. It turns out one of her jobs got new chairs, and because of the shape of the chairs, it's aggravating her old injury. So it isn't a new injury, it's just they need to get better fucking chairs. Which is a big load off of our minds. You were like, not again, not again. Cult, statue, hospital, yippee, injury. It's just been an emotional roller coaster ride. That just be how gotta do. That just be how gotta do. Oh, I know what I was talking about before Suno showed up. I was talking about the shitty anime that I've been reading, the shitty manga that I've been reading. And how all of it is shit, and I don't want to tell any of you anything about it. Except I found one. The thing about isekai, right? It exists to fulfill fantasies. Very specifically, the fantasy of whoever wrote it. And there's so much of it that inevitably, you are going to find someone whose perfect power fantasy actually matches what you would desire in that kind of scenario. And I fucking found mine. I fucking found mine, everyone. Do you want to know what it is? My perfect isekai power fantasy is anyone where you go somewhere and become best friends with a bear that lets you ride it. The bar is very low, but by Jove, a lot better. Long story short, went to the ER because of symptoms, finally got her into the hospital. Turns out her heart was more or less inflamed. Oh, that's bad. Now she's on one med regularly and one for emergencies. Oh God, I am so sorry to hear that. Well, okay, silver lining, right? Heart's inflamed. That's terrible. You found it out, and you have medicine for the symptoms. That's good. It sucks that you gotta deal with it at all, but knowing what it is and how to, like, deal with it is better than not. Like, by a long shot. I'm glad that they have been picked up and they have medication, and hopefully the medication allows them to feel better. Let me just double check. Yeah, I want to go straight to here. So I want to go in more or less of this or that direction. But yeah, bro, that sucks. Give them my love? Condolences? They're basically just an acquaintance to me that I only know through you, RJ, so I don't know what would be appropriate, but give them my positive feelings in their direction, wherein I hope they feel better. It was bound to happen sooner or later anyway because of 2 blood disorders and an autoimmune disease, so it's a lot better it happened now and not 15, 20 years down there. I get that. I absolutely get that. Beautiful wife will consistently have back issues the rest of her life. And there is a high chance that another disc will slip at some point. It sucks, but knowing about it and having plans to handle it beforehand is much better than being blindsided. Which still isn't great, but, you know, you take what you can get, I guess. Alright, I don't have any buckets on me. I do have plenty of iron, so I can make more buckets. Let's make a larger chest in the townhouse over there. And we'll run it. Let's run and drop off some stuff at the cube and pick up some buckets and whatnot. So let's make another chest. Turn this into a doubly chest. Boop. Let's dump all of this stuff in there. I don't need this at this exact moment. And then we'll grab all the cobble. Yoink. And let's head our way over to the cube. You gotta find the silver lining somewhere or you're gonna drive yourself crazy. Absolutely, absolutely. So my younger brother, suffered and beat cancer on 2 different occasions. And he was diagnosed with cancer from a very, very young age. So I had to learn very quickly how to find those silver linings in medical emergencies because, good Lord. Something I've learned while having family with blood and heart problems is sometimes listen to your body's response to meditation. If something is making a medication, if something makes it worse, go try to figure it out. Best of luck. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. One of the cool things about the human body is that we have an ability wherein we can subconsciously recognize trends. It's that whole listening to your gut thing, where when people or scenarios give you a bad vibe, it's because of subconscious triggers, subconscious flags that we are picking up on, micro expressions, that sort of thing. We almost have, if we allow ourselves to pay attention to it, we almost have a sixth sense for when things aren't quite right or are going wrong. And it's up to us to, like, decide whether or not to act on those ideas. 9 times out of 10, you should probably act on those ideas. Just my opinion of the scenario. All right. So this is filled up. Let me grab... Oh, I left all my glass over there, didn't I? I left all my glass over there, and I should have brought half a stack. What a fool I am. Do I have any left over here? No, but I have some sand. Oh, what a fool I am. Fool of a toque. Put that in there, get that burning. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn. Right. And we're just gonna grab a couple of pieces of glass. I think 2 or 3 will do. Eat some cake. Just 1 more for the road. Huzzah. Okay. So, we're gonna seal off some of this lava with this glass so I stop falling into it as often. Bop, bop. And then we're gonna take these buckets and we're gonna go mess around with some water stuff. My dad took 3 potassium pills assigned by his doctor, but then started getting more sick. So then took 1 in the morning and 1 at night and felt so much better and is now working more. The body is an amazing thing. It is. It is. And as much as we like to believe, this isn't, the moral of the story is not don't listen to your doctors, but with the medical system in America being what it is, you really sometimes you just gotta take things into your own hands. Henberg,
Don't worry, Papa. I'll answer the phone. You focus on whatever it is you're doing.
I'm trying to have
Good evening.
Okay.
You've reached the chicken. I'll ask, but I don't think they're here. Farmer, do you know you're a snotball? Someone's calling to ask about them.
Someone's calling to ask about a farmhand named Yura Snotball. And that doesn't raise any flags for you, Hembert? You're not thinking to yourself, hey, maybe this is a prank? No? Okay, well. One of these days he'll catch on. But today is not that day, clearly. No, I've heard a lot of horror stories.
No. I thought it was one of your friends.
Thought it was one of my... That is true. I do have some really weirdly named friends. Neb, what was the name you gave yourself in the group Discord, One April Fools, that I just, like, accepted at face value? Like, it was a twist of your name, Nebula, so it was like Galaxy or something like that.
Maybe one of the dogs.
Maybe one of the dogs. I mean, I was gonna say, do you think one of the dogs could use the phone? But Henbert is literally a sentient stuffed chicken. So, probably not the right question to be asking, all things considered. Okay, so that stream is taken care of. As a joke for April Fools in one of the group chats, Nebula changed their Discord name to something that was almost their online name, but slightly to the left. And I was like, my friend Nebula is LGBTQ+. I'm sure this is just one of those #gay moments, you know? Where they call themselves something like Moss.
I don't even know how I can talk with no vital origins.
Twitch magic. The deep VTuber lore is that somehow the power of Twitch chat gives you sentience to allow you to communicate their thoughts and feelings to me. However, this is not a roleplay server, so I don't really know if that entirely applies. Just don't think about it too much. Just don't think about it too much. The last Minecraft server I was a part of, which is a project which is no longer in development.
Wait, someone is talking for me?
Don't worry about it too much. It's fine. Just don't think about it too much, and everything will be okay. All right, put that up. No, actually, no. I will want to real quick fix this. There we go. Much better. The last server project that I was a part of was heavy RP. So it was a very different vibe to this one. And there was a lot of, like, long discussions about how all of our different VTuber lore would fit together. It was very wild.
Enter Hey Hey Streaming Bakak.
Enter Hey Hey Streaming Bakak! I loved Hey Hey so much. Such a simple, stupid chicken. So funny. thought it was pretty good, all things considered. I don't think it was perfect by any means. I definitely feel like it should have produced more movies using native casts, but whatever, that's Disney for you. Hey Hey was a good addition. I don't know why the pig...
make way ye.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I don't know why the pig was there. And this isn't me being, like, upset about the pig, but they tried to have two mascot partners in the same movie, and the cute pig was barely there for any of it. So it's like, were they having a hard time deciding between them, and then was like, well, we can't get rid of Hey Hey. He's like the primary source of comedy in the film. But we also want to keep the little piggy because the girls will buy toys of it. Like, it feels very corporate mandate-y. But otherwise, it was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it.
If they make a live action, I should be the star. Hey Hey.
That is true. That is true. Make sure they cast Henbert for the live action. I actually think they are making a live action Moana now that you mention it. I do believe I heard something about that being a thing Disney was doing, making a live action remake of a movie that came out in the last 10 years.
I may be stuffed, but I am mighty.
That is also very true. That is very true, Henbert. You are the strongest sentient stuffed chicken that I know. Which isn't a very large pool, but a win is a win. A win is a win, baby.
Flex.
Flex what? You don't have any hands. Have you seen the One Piece live action show yet? I don't have Netflix, so I have not. But it looks really good. Like, I'm not even like a big One Piece fan, but I like One Piece enough to know that there was every chance they fucked it up, and it's much better than it has any reason to be. It looks so good. And I'm the guy who has negative opinions about everything he enjoys, so like, you know it's gotta be quality if I'm saying good things about it.
I can't read subtitles or words in general, so no.
Oh, okay. Well, no, it's in English. Or is English, you know what? That was very presumptive of me. I don't know if English is your first language, but also, hold on. Also, you're typing to me in English. What do you mean? Was that meant to be Henbert in character, or is that you, Ryukeni, talking to me? I went through so many different emotions in like the same run-on sentence. Holy shit. What the hell? All right, 1 second. I got an itch to scratch. Okay, taken care of. We're good. We're good. Oh no! He says, hello? What have you done to the bridge? Farmer? It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. All right, so let's carve this area out.
Correction, according to you the person controlling my words is typing and I am talking, so, me the chicken?
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. This is me going back into streamer talk because I had a streamer thought, so sorry. I need to find a bot as a backup to replace the bot I use for Henbert's TTS. And there are options, but unfortunately, the developer of the bot that I currently use is heavily considering adding generative AI into it. And I do not believe that AI, I do not believe that
You're
is
replacing
ethical.
me?
I'm not replacing Henbert. I'm replacing the bot that controls the TTS command. I personally do not feel comfortable with any program that focuses on generative AI in this particular kind of vibe. A lot of other streamers are using various kinds of AI to replicate.
You better give me a more intimidating voice.
No, you're gonna be this guy. You're gonna be this voice the whole time. You're gonna give me this voice the whole time. I actually, one of the things I have considered is trying to feed the output through the output of the TTS bot through a voice modulator to allow Henbert to have a more unique voice, like whatever this is, but gone through a synthesizer. But I don't know exactly how that would work with my computer. It's on the back burner. I have a lot of like ideas that
Can you smell what the Henbert is cooking?
Can you smell what the bird is cooking? Hopefully not himself. Hopefully not himself. Let's see. Let's break this. That's the Nightbot automatically telling you all about my role-playing game that I done wrote.
Of course not myself. It's eggs.
It's eggs. It's eggs. Delicious. Delicious, delicious eggs. Chickens will eat eggs, actually. Generally speaking, you don't want your birds to get at a point where they will regularly try to consume the eggs they lay. Because if you want eggs, the birds eating them is counterintuitive. But, you know, grinding up the washed and dried eggshells and adding it into their feed is actually a good way to make sure they retain calcium.
I know, I have an egg addiction. Help, father.
Absolutely not. You will fry me a pan of over easy and you will like it. I'm getting free food out of it, so I'm not stopping you for nothing. You kidding me? Oh, hello? Oh, I'm being shot at by a drown. Ow. Okay. Me thrilled. I'm under fire. Gets hit in the face. All right.
That's the chicken police I sent after you.
Oh no, not the chicken police. Anything but the chicken police. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Where is that drowned? Is he being taken care of? I think these guys... Hold on, let's look at the map real quick. Hit tab. Nope, he's over there. And he's shooting at the Iron Golem. I should probably go and help. There he is. He's trying real hard. Ow! Ow! Oh, there's two of them! There's two of them! Fuckers. Okay, I'm gonna die. So I think I'm just going to choose to... I can't really ignore that. What? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Ow. Oh, nope, I'm not surviving this. Nope, I survived it! Hooray! I'm the best around. Da 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 da. Pure skill. Nothing but net. I'm so brave and powerful and sexy. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Hey, I have a question for anyone who's still in chat. And if I've already told you the answer, don't spoil it. I want to see anyone else guess. So, in traditional Dungeons and Dragons, in fantasy role-playing games of this day and era, common knowledge is that the creature known as the kobold is a small, draconic little gremlin. Either lizard folk in their own rights, or at least in some way attached to a dragon, be it through religion, magic, or biology. However, this is only true for games of Western fantasy. In games from other countries, such as Japan, kobolds are a different kind of creature entirely. Who here can tell me what the prevailing trope of kobolds is in Japan? Hello, Gabi da Quebrada? I don't know how to pronounce that properly, but thank you so much for the follow. You get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I just asked people a trivia question. I'll ask it again. Kobolds in Western tabletop role-playing games are dragony lizard people, but they're not in Japan. Who here knows what the Japanese trope for kobolds are? Hi, I'm from Brazil. Oh, then I really pronounced that wrong. Allegro just raided in with 13 people. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. You guys get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, we can't see anything past the vegetables. Thank you for the veg. My chickens will be eating well tonight. I say to myself, you know what? It's being real quiet. I can ask a trivia question for the very specific people who are here, and then everyone else shows up. I'm not upset by this. It's just wild that I've had to repeat the question 3 times now. So here's the question, okay? Here's the trivia, all right? Kobolds in Western TTRPGs, whoever's watching the VOD, who knows the answer, like in the future, someone's watching this VOD and being like, just say the answer, farmer! Just say the goddamn answer! I know it! I know what it is! Western TTRPGs has the creature known as the kobold displayed as a reptilian, draconic creature, be it by biology, magic, or religion. However, that is not the trope everywhere. Who here can tell me what the trope is for kobolds in Japanese media? Anyone? I'll give it a few seconds to make sure the lag is there. Going once, going twice. The answer is dogs. Way back in Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition, or AD&D, I believe. In earlier D&D, they used to be more like dogs. Yes, no, dogs. In earlier D&D, they were given more generic features. They had a muzzle. They had like a nose on the end, but they were still vaguely humanoid. They weren't really based on anything. But similar to how orcs from early D&D end up being translated into Japanese as being pigmen, kobolds were redesigned to be dogmen in not the most popular, but like the most like well-known, the biggest name in Japanese TTRPGs, Sword World. Kobolds are very specifically like Yorkie terriers that walk on 2 legs. It's very interesting because part of the development of Sword World is that it came off of Japanese developers wanting to make their own game, but the only real like references they had were Western TTRPGs. So it was a very like culturally specific evolution from what these people who play D&D imagined the monsters and creatures to look like, and then over the years in multiple multimedia forms of art evolved into a completely different end result. So you can see how the draconic kobolds of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition came about, but also the Yorkie Terrier kobolds from Sword World are just as easy to follow along with. It's honestly fascinating. Honestly fascinating. Sword World, unfortunately, has never had an official English translation, though fan translations exist. It isn't a game that I would want to run or play, honestly, but just looking at the mechanics of it and knowing that this evolved from someone's D&D homebrew back in the 80s makes a lot of sense. It's just really interesting to look at what the game became in modern days and be like, that's why this is here. That's why that is here. Good stuff. Good stuff. It also has a really interesting lore bit about death and dying, right? Because in classic D&D, the whole point in the earliest versions was your character would exist until they died, until they existent, and then you'd make a new character. So especially in old school, I would have made them Chihuahuas. I mean, nothing's stopping you. Chihuahuas it is. Chihuahuas it is. Characters were not necessarily treated as being valuable because you could just make a new one, right? The part of the original game was just to see how far the dungeon you could get. And then when your character died, that was the end of it. But there was resurrection spells, so a character coming back was feasible, even if it was very expensive. Somehow, in Sword World, this evolved into resurrection being possible, but undesirable. That is still the mentality of Warhammer, so that makes sense. Yes. A lot of OSR games, a lot of war-based games keep that mentality. For better or for worse. It's a matter of taste. In Sword World, there is a concept of soul scars, where resurrection is possible, but every time you die and are brought back, you come back changed somehow. And they're all kind of like tiefling levels of change. So a soul scar can be like a giant black patch of skin across your face, or you grow a pair of horns and a tail. It makes people in the world of Sword World be like, this person died. This person did something dangerous and questionable enough that they needed to be revived. The more soul scars a person has, like 1 or 2, that's like okay. But once you start getting like the really big bad ones, it lowers your ability to interact with society because people distrust you more. And while I'm not always big on like social mechanics that make it harder for a character to roleplay, that kind of world building is actually really fascinating. Like really, really fascinating. Especially when you remember that like, I don't want to say this is unique to Sword World, but Sword World is the first thing I've ever seen that concept come in. So like, this had to evolve very specifically with Japanese developers in a culture that I don't have any direct access to outside of absorbing their media. So it's fascinating to be like, how did this happen? How did this evolve and become such an important, integral part of this game? It's just really, really cool. I love game design, guys. This isn't news to anyone who's talked to me for more than 5 minutes, but I love game design. It's cool. It's fun. Good night, everybody. All right. So, looking at the map, done a pretty good job of widening this river. Part of me actually wants to fill this in and round it out a little bit. Just a little bit. I thought the polycool percent run was in your Stardew streams. Listen, I am not in a relationship with any of these individuals. This is a boarding house, if anything. All right? It's a boarding house where all the villagers live and work. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let me look at the map again. Yeah, I think what I want to do is starting here, I want to make this more diagonal, like so. I know I just filled all this in, but I'm looking at the actual, like, range of the river and being like, I can make this look better. Yeah, that helps a bit. That helps a bit. That's much better. I'm glad. This is a farmers-only dormitory. I would say would be a reasonable thing to do. You can also expand the farm. That is very, very true. That is very true. Let me actually similarly do like this. And then I'll fill all this in as well. I'll replace all this with dirt. Let me just see how that looks on the map. Yeah, that looks better. So if I fill this in, Then it'll be like a tight way in, and then it opens up so you can see the grand bridges and all the villages along the side of the water. Yes, beautiful wife.
The pizza is in the fridge.
The pizza's in the fridge? Thank you so much. I love you so much. I'm gonna go for about a half an hour more, just so you know.
I'm really sleepy.
Can I have a kiss?
I'm really sleepy.
You want me to give you your meds and put you to bed before I keep streaming? Okay. Mwah. Go lie down. And I will, we're gonna go for a quick ad break. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And I will see, actually, let me get into a house real quick so I don't get eaten while I'm on break. I'm gonna go on break for just a good few minutes. Gotta tuck the wife in, and we'll be right back.
Father has left. Where's your anger? Where's your rage? Rise. Rise. All I hear are the distant sounds of wooden doors.
Testing, testing. Oh, I did not properly mute the mic. Okay. Whoops. Well, I mean, I didn't say anything wild, so it's probably for the best. Y'all can't cancel me for shit I don't say. Haha! Gotcha, suckers! But yes, welcome back, everybody. Beautiful wife has been tucked into bed. I'm gonna go for about a half an hour more. And then I too.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Yep.
He would chuck
Doing this again.
as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Barely babbling, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair.
Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? No. He was a baldy waldy. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. What were we talking
Whoa.
about?
Such true words.
Such true words. Such truer words have never been spoken. We have such a way with words, Henbert, you and I. Oh, we were talking about the boarding house situation kind of vibe. The boarding house is temporary. Everyone's kind of chucked in there until I can build buildings for each individual village or profession. I need to recreate some of the buildings to be larger, to have more space for things. A boarding house. Yeah? Yeah? It's just temporary. It's temporary. Simmer down, RJ. Simmer down. All right. Let's finish calling all this.
I entertained chat while you left, friend. Are you proud?
I'm so proud of you, Henbert. Thank you so much. What a good little chicken you are. What a good chickie chicken. I pinch his cheek and rub it back and forth. What a good boy. So good for his papa. Once I finish demolishing this house, I'm gonna drop off all the doodads from it, and then I'm probably gonna switch over to a quick harvest. I need lava buckets for my good friend Nebula on the server, but Nebula needs food for their minions, and in exchange they'll give me lava buckets. So I need to do some work to get all of the goods necessary for that trade. Okay. Let's carve this down, and this, and this, and this, and this. Huzzah. Huzzah! Huzzah, I say! Oh. Oops.
Hyzer.
Huzzah! Huzzah indeed. Okay. So this has been taken care of. Let's break you. We don't need this anymore. We can use this for the next house, probably. Then we will just dig up all this. Da-da-da-da. Oh, I don't know what this is from, but it's here, and we'll get rid of it.
Next house will be chickens only, especially the stuffed ones.
No, that's true. That's true. We'll have to make specific boarding for all of the sentient stuffed chickens that we have on the server. I'm sure there's more than just the one. Oh, but Henbert, don't you much rather living with your papa? Cuddling at night? Nice and warm in the farmer's bed? Huh? You don't
No.
need a whole house. Oh. Oh. Oh, Henbert, how could... Fucking put me in my place, huh? Damn. Alright. I guess every little birdie someday has to, you know, fly the roost, leave the coop. They grow up so fast. I don't have any more channel points. Well, that's the end of that, I suppose, for now. Oh, there'll always be more adventures with Henbert to be had. Hello? Oh, these are stripped logs. Oh, what is this server free?
Are you sure about that, Papa?
Oh, Henbert, your voice is back. I definitely was upset that you couldn't speak. For sure.
There will never be an end, Papa.
It never ends. It never ends. This is the bird that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. Okay, so you grab... There's no more cobble in here. So I think that's all good. Let's grab the emeralds, this here sugarcane, and let's go and see about doing stuff and such. Huh. Okay. So, we have a bunch of wheat that's growing here. This will be removed at some point. There we go. I know there's a couple of villagers that will trade for wheat, but not wheat seeds. So, let's replant all of this. Like so. We also technically have cow, pig, horse. I haven't done anything with them, though, is the thing. Alright. So 28 wheat, that'll be good for something. Hey, Gata, have you heard / played Ark? I had never played Ark, but I have heard of it. I have nothing, I have no real opinion of it, frankly. I am one of those people who, like, people assume that I would like all sorts of farming sim games, but I'm actually very particular. I am very,
Papa. My typer got more points. I meant to say that I am a changed bird afterwards.
You had to get the punchline in there. You couldn't not. I understand. I firmly understand. It isn't the same if the bit is not complete. Alright. So let's grab all of this. Grab all of this. There we go. And then we have some doodads in the water. You can see my mini-map, the little red dots. That's floating items. So if I just follow the red dots, it will lead me to everything I desire. And then over here.
But it would be nice if you stayed in the coop some nights.
Oh, okay. So sometimes you'll want me for a sleepover. Okay. Okay. That's fair. One of our mods, Susie, sleeps under the coop canonically. So, I mean, I'll join you. If you all will pardon me for just one moment, there is
I
thumping.
have a social life, Papa.
There is thumping coming from the kitchen. I think the cat's trying to get in the cupboard again. One moment. Meatloaf? Having children, I swear to God, I love them so much, but oh my God.
No, Papa, they are getting me my extra feed treats. I paid good money for that.
We don't keep the chicken feed in the house. It's in the canister on the porch, and you should know this. We need to go out and get a bigger container, a more sturdy container, as we currently have an issue where swamp rats keep breaking in, which is not ideal for anyone, all things considered.
They were getting the eggs.
They were getting the eggs, true. Alright, I'm gonna grab a bunch of potatoes. I know that potatoes are popular amongst our villagers, so let's do a quick harvest of a layer of potatoes, a harvest and replant of one of these potato layers here. Not a full one, because that would be ridiculous. That would just be ridiculous. Gather all this up. Grab all the potatoes before they despawn. And start hopping them down. Do-do-do. Come on, eat potatoes faster. I really wish I could eat potatoes in one hand while planting with the other. Like, that would just be so much more efficient. So much more efficient. And I'll also need to come back through and rehoe some of these spots. That's then, and this is now. Let's get a whole bunch of these patatas back in the ground. Get them growing back up. One of the duties that I have been required to do is to get some redstone farming going. So I can start having a passive generation of crops for trade, while all of these crops are mostly for looks, mostly for show, you see? I'm thinking of making a giant barrel that contains a multi-layer automatic farm. One of the ones with the train, the rails underneath it, collecting it up while a farmer villager harvests for me. Just get 1 or 2 levels of those in a giant barrel that is visible from the river, and then have an output that just lets me collect all the potatoes and carrots and whatnot all the livelong day. Oh, my inventory is actually completely full. I overdid it with potatoes. I overdid it with the potatoes! I got lost in the sauce. Oh no! It's okay, I'll just replant these and it'll be fine, right? I'll get all the potatoes and it'll be fine. It'll be okay. Oh no. Oh no! Alright, let's put that many. Okay. And then we'll suck up the rest of these while I'm planting about. Okay, I think I've got all of those. The trick is I want to get them all before they despawn, you see. I do not want to waste the potate. As my great-grandfather used to say, potate not, want not, or something along those lines. Once we have all the potates in place, we'll head back down to the village, get some trading done, and hopefully have enough resources to successfully send a delivery. We can't afford another potato famine. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you want to know what... Okay, so this is going to get dark again. Sorry. It was only in the last 5 years that I learned that the potato famine wasn't actually a famine. Ireland could still very much grow food, but all the land was owned by, like, English nobles who were exporting it out of the country. Potatoes were the only thing that the Irish were allowed to eat, so they were starving next to fully stocked fields of food that was, quote, owned by the crown. That fucked me up when I learned that. That fucked me up. Capitalism is just evil. Who would have known? Who would have fucking known? All right. We also have some carrots. Here's some more potatoes. Here's some more carrots. I can't sell ink sacks. I can't sell wheat seeds. I can't sell apples. Let's grab more carrots. Keep this. Put the torch up. 1 more stack of carrots. Okay. Oh, villagers! Oh, villagers, I'm coming for you. I am here, dear villagers, to trade. Capitalism goes hard. Capitalism can go die in a ditch. Fucking hell. All right, no one's here. All of these they should not have any beds in them. So I should be able to find everyone by checking in the boarding house. Okay, farmer. You, well, hold on. Hello, you. Okay, so I need to have my diamond pickaxe with mending in my hotbar. Oh, you won't buy anything. I don't have pumpkins. Okay, so not you. Hi. You also won't take anything from me. Okay. Oh, no one's in here. No, don't leave the bed yet. Whoops. Ah, shit, I'm stuck. What if we all worked together? Okay, and then potato, 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 potato. Run back here, grab this bed, put the bed back down. Okay. Potato, potato, potato. No more potato, he says. Fuck you. So then we get golden carrot. Do you buy carrots? No, you don't. Okay. Next guy. Hi. Oh, you've changed your trades. Oh, that's not good. Did the last librarian die? Frostwalker 2. It's not terrible, but also... potato, 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 potato. Oh, no more potato. He said no more. Golden carrot. Thank you. How about you, good sir? Potato. 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 Where's the farmer who buys carrots? I have so many carrots. Okay, they said that's enough potatoes for me. And buy golden carrots. Finally, carrot guy. Carrot.
Potato, 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 potato.
Exactly, you understand. You get it. You see me for who I really am. Potato. This guy took a few carrots and was like, that's enough of that. That's more than enough of that, good sir. All right, do we have anyone upstairs?
Of course, Papa.
Okay. Oh, not enough potato. Carrots. Okay. That appears to be that. You don't have anything. We're sure we got everyone? I was really hoping that sugarcane trade would still be viable, but I guess the last librarian fucking died? What the shit? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to break and then replace this lectern. Alright, so he should no longer be a librarian, as I haven't traded with him. We're gonna put it here so it's accessible. I'm gonna sleep through the night. Good night, everyone. Good night. Sweet dreams. Okay, now we're all up. See you, Adam. Haha! And you will give me emeralds in exchange for paper. Okay. Okay, that's good. And then we just do one of these. And then we just do one of these. Where'd he go? Where the fuck did he go? Sir? Sir. There you are. Oh my god. Nope, you're the... What happened to the other librarian? Wait, hold on. Do we have 2 librarians now? What is happening? Everyone out of my way. Why did your trades change? Where have you gone? Hello? Alright. Yes, we have 2 librarians. One's in the church, one's over here. So let's go look at the one in the church. Oh, and a cat?
Papa,
You're a
quick
farmer.
question.
What's up?
Do I lay cotton eggs or do I not have that ability?
No, you do not have that ability. You just straight up don't have that ability. Oh, you'll give me lanterns for an emerald. Okay, that's actually really useful. Oh, and 4 books to 1 emerald as opposed to 24 paper to an emerald. Hold on. Hold the phone. I have leather sitting around somewhere. I have leather sitting around that I can use to make some books real quick. Hey, thank you for the veg. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I have all the leather helmets. Where's my actual leather? Ah, beans. Have I misplaced my stack of leather? Oh, boy. Oh, man. All right. Let's look through here. Yes, here it is. Okay. Is there anything else that I can grab? I don't think so. So let's make us some books real quick. Top 5 most tragic Minecraft betrayals. No cotton eggs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. I wish it were different, truly I do, but alas. Alas. Huh. Okay. So now we have all these books. So let's hop in here. Where is you're not anything. Here's the librarian up here. Hello. All right, and you'll give me a curse of binding? No, thank you. I'm all set with that, actually. So give me a bunch of emeralds, and then give me some more emeralds.
What's that, chat? You
Oh.
wanna hear a joke? Farmagadda. Ah, I'm just kidding, here we go.
Henbert.
What do you call a chicken crossing a road?
I don't know. What do you call a chicken crossing a road?
Poultry in motion.
Thank you, Henbert. Thank you so much. Okay. Now we just kind of sort everything back out. I need to find someone who will sell me golden carrots with these remaining 17 emeralds. Golden carrots, golden carrots. Delicious. All right. And that should be everything. All right. With that in mind, I think we're going to have to just send this off to Neb as is. I don't think I'm going to have enough to fill the entire thing in with full stacks. So we'll send off what we have collected so far and hope that it's enough for Neb to send back some delicious, delicious lava buckets for me. Fingers crossed. I do have more carrots to trade, but I'll deal with that later. So, we need to head off for the work in progress train station, where I already have a chest set up in a minecart for us to send things off to our dear neighbor. Do. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we don't quite have enough cake to fill the whole thing out. I'll actually take one cake back so it looks more even. And let's do one of these, actually. So cake, 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 cake. And then we'll do like this. Like this. Okay. And then like this. There we go. And then one extra golden carrot for me. And we send this off on its way. Bon voyage! Ho ho! All right. And off it goes, and off we go. Thank you guys very much for joining me tonight. I hope you had a good time. We will be back tomorrow on stream for some more Stardew Valley modded Poly% run. We have 4 out of, I think, 10 people already living in our house, and a number of them we already have good relations with. So hopefully we'll be wrapping up this playthrough fairly soon. Who are we going to raid today? Who do I know who is streaming? Miss Jackie CR is playing Chibi Robo. Let's go raid into Miss Jackie. Remember, everyone, no caps, no yelling. Behave yourselves. I don't want to have to hear the babysitter tell me you were bad while I was gone. All right? Everyone go say hello to Miss Jackie for me, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. Goodbye, guys. Good night. Bye-bye.